went to San Francisco as an executive, one of the architects of the Green 49 teams, and the grandfather of Storm McVay, but it's one so successful as grand. Absolutely. So first down up at the 36-yard line. Hurts.
All right, who we got in here?
Nice job of a quick release by Goddard. Gave him a chance here again. You know, Lovie Smith is going to play this.
Matt, you already in here, man? I guess my clock's still a minute behind or something. I went like right at 8:30. We are officially monetized, guys. I actually got the notification today that the channel's been reviewed and accepted, so now we're monetized. I still don't know how to do it on here, but it's a learning curve. Apparently, I was looking at my videos to see, okay, well, how does monetization work? And I think every video you have to go in and click to monetize. That's not copyright. I do have quite a few copyright videos. Didn't think those through, which sucks because those are the videos that got, you know, thousands of views. So it is what it is. We'll just keep making content and try to get better and keep that in mind. Let's see who we got in here, though. Yo, what's up, Tim? Expected you to be in here. Thanks for the support, brother. 91 Mustang, another good supporter. Appreciate you joining the live, guys. Hey, what's up, Pinks? What's going on, brother? Yeah, we're monetized. I don't know exactly how this works, but we'll figure it out and go from there. Got the setup going on in the garage, though. Here, let me go to give you a little tour of the setup. Let's see if I turn this thing around. Got the Mustang sitting in the garage. Bring it out tomorrow. Hoping the Eagles lose tonight. I mean, I could use the loss. If you're an Eagles fan, you can use the loss. Yo, what's up, stupid? What's going on, brother? Appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I would have actually got it a lot sooner if I wouldn't have wrecked the 2019 Mustang, but stuff happens. We finally got it, though. I think going for a show car Mustang, it didn't pick up as fast as if I would have had a boosted Mustang and, you know, running all kinds of people, but we're going to go boost on this one. I got some changes going on with my job and all that stuff that I'm trying to handle. I'm trying to take care of once I get a new job that I hopefully got lined up. Y'all pray for me, guys. But hopefully I get this new job and then I'll go boost a lot sooner than what I'm aiming for. And I'm hoping going boost, then I can start, you know, seeing, you know, a stronger progression with the channel, like I was seeing with the 2019. Yo, that man said go Stros. All right. Hey, it's football right now for me, but I know y'all big Stros fans, Alex. So hope y'all win the World Series, brother. Alex telling everybody, what's up? Alex, are you in Corpus, bro? Are you gonna be down this weekend? If so, when? You know we gotta link up, bro. So I'm hoping that I can get some people on the panel that are monetized, and if we kind of, you know, if y'all give me some tips, some guidance, how this works. Like I said, if I gotta go through every video to turn monetization on, ooh, that sucks. There's an easier way to do it. I'm all for it, but if not, if I gotta go to every video and do that, so be it. But yeah, I could definitely use some guidance. I know Brelsford was helping me out a little bit the other day when I finally got my 4,000 watch hours. He kind of helped me out in the studio on how to start the monetization process. And then there's like a little wait period, take maybe up to like a week. You know, YouTube has to review your channel to make sure that you're following guidelines and all that good stuff. And then kind of got to just sit there and wait and hope to get accepted. But so we got accepted and we're finally monetized. Yo, this dude right here, man. We got a celebrity in the chat. What's going on, man? How's business? I know you're a busy man. I'm sure the shop's picking up. Yo, what's up, Yellowhammer? Thanks for joining the live, bro. What's up, Brosford? Everybody telling Can from HPR, what's up? Yo, if y'all want your Mustang running like a beast, and you're in the Tennessee area, or you think you can get your car to the Tennessee area, hit up Ken at HPR. That dude does some wicked stuff with some Mustangs. I wish I could just pick up and go to Tennessee and go work for Ken, because that would be a lot of fun. Fortunately, I'm a Texas boy. I don't know if I'd ever leave Texas, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm doing a big job change right now. I got to get out of the dealerships before I lose my mind, and so I'm trying to keep my sanity right now. But I need out. This whole flag rate thing is it's exhausting. It's just not working out anymore. I feel like I've outgrown the dealership life, and yeah, I gotta get out of there, man. Girls, we're telling everybody what's up. Wow, yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're doing well. What you're doing, Ken, is something that most techs dream of, is building their own shop and doing what you do, working on the fun stuff, not some BS customer complaint of the squeaks and rattles and the dash and all this warranty work that we have to do on a daily. Like, you're doing the fun stuff. I'm sure it's not all fun every day, but it's still fun. It's more of a passion, on what you do. Dealership life, it's that there's nothing passionate about what we do in the dealership life. The only thing is we're still turning the wrench, and that's what I love to do. I'm good at it. I'm good at diagnosing vehicles. I just don't want to do the stupid customer concerns anymore. Bro, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Ken, because I am at that point right now where for sure I'm getting out the dealership. I haven't got the call on this next job. I'm patiently waiting. But man, I got to do something different, man. There's just more out there than what I'm doing now. This whole 8 to 6 just at a dealership is just terrible. I love it, but I hate dealership life. But I love turning wrenches, man. I wouldn't spend $30K plus in tools, if I didn't. Promote. Yo, all right. Hey, Russell, you're on something, bro. Like I said, what Ken does right now is like a tech's dream, a real technician's dream, a tech that, said this is his career and they put so much money into it. And, as far as tools and all that stuff, Ken is doing our dream. That's awesome, man. What's going on, Sublime? Thanks for joining the chat, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Hair and horsepower. Yeah, I just got a haircut, man. I literally just got a haircut. Normally I go live at like 7:30, but maybe I'll start going at 8:30 because I know Paul the Fox goes about 6:30 or 7. So I kind of take in on his time. But maybe we'll start going at 8:30 because that's why I stopped going live, because I get haircuts on every other Thursday. So I was like, man, it's just not going to be able to be consistent like I want to be. But now that we're monetized, I do need some consistency with the channel. So maybe we'll start going at 8:30 every Thursday. Yo, what is up, Chris? So Chris was my helper. He was the one that helped me do the stretch tire video. We almost took off his eyebrows. Luckily, my homie, he's okay. No eyebrows were injured or hurt. He's got some pretty, feminine eyebrows, so I'm glad they're okay. Dude, I hope you're writing them down, bro. Like, I like that promoted. That was pretty good. Everybody telling everybody what's up. God damn it, Ken. You got room for a big ass box, another big ass box, because that box ain't small, brother. He's telling Sublime, what's up? The guy you got. Yeah, he's no longer with us, but he moved. He's in Austin, and he's still a technician as of right now, so that's cool. Glad he's doing good. Lefty, what's up, Lefty? Thanks for joining the live, bro. We're finally monetized, so y'all being in and hanging out with me is, helping. I think, like I said, I don't know how this monetization works. I'm hoping somebody can jump on a panel, kind of, give me a little bit of tips, give me a little bit of guidance. Like I said, I just kind of mess with it right now just for a little bit because I just got the notification that YouTube accepted the channel. And I saw like on the first video, or like you have to go through each video individually and like turn on the monetization. As far as what I know, there's an easier way. Y'all can help me out with that. That'd be awesome. I'll open up the panel here in a bit, and y'all can help me kind of guide me through. Come on, Primo. Lag rate is not that. Yeah. So, and that was my whole thought process, man. Yeah, y'all know about this story when I was gonna go to Dodge, and my whole thing was, okay, let me just get away from the brand, the Hyundai brand, being that their warranties forever. Maybe I can get away from it and be more successful in a different brand. It didn't work out that way. The day I was supposed to start, my dealership called me back and talked me into staying. So, it sounded good and all that stuff. It's just, Hyundai's warranty, man. They really kill you with that warranty. I average between 30 to 35 hours a week, and I'm there 45 hours a week. It's just, I want to be accountable for the hours that I'm there. So, and I want to see what overtime's like. I know if I would have started on the Ford side, it'd been a lot better. I'm sure I would have been more successful, especially making more hours, because I'm a hard worker. But with Hyundai, it's just you really can't get ahead in Hyundai. And now I think they're starting to do this for Ford, but I'm not too sure. But with Hyundai, we use tablets as our diagnostic devices, and I mean now it's getting ridiculous to the point where they want pictures of everything, like literally everything. I'm actually about to make a funny TikTok making fun of Hyundai one of these days. That's what I'm gonna start doing too. I'm gonna start doing some TikToks, but it's gonna be more of like funny TikToks. Some of them will be random, but it'll be funny TikToks. I'm for sure going to be making fun of Hyundai stuff a lot. But y'all go check it out. Y'all go follow me on TikTok. It's at 5.0 Primo. So we're fast off. You funny, though. You pretty funny, bro. You lucky you all the way in Austin. Catch these paws, man. And he used to always tell me, I'm gonna catch these paws. All right. Yeah. 11 years, man. I gave him 11 years, dude. Yeah, it's like the sister brand of each other, so. But their warranties forever, man. We're literally putting motors and these cars under warranty. And these cars have like 100,000 plus miles. These people aren't taking care of their cars, but they're coming in, they're getting the free stuff, and we never see them again. Like, how do you make a living off that? They pay like, I think it's like between 7 to 8 hours to install an engine, but that's not including like the diagnostic process that you have to go through. You have to do a bearing clearance test to like test the bearing, the crank bearings. And then you got to take pictures. They want videos, and then if their damn tool doesn't work, they want you to do a compression test. They want you to do a leak down test. They just want all these damn throw down the borescope into the cylinder walls and get this picture. for 7 to 8 hours. There's just no way, dude. Now, granted, I can replace the engine within 5 to 6 hours, but all that other extra BS, like, dude, oh man, I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not old, but I'm not young, but I need to make some kind of change now while I'm still kind of in that in between age. Damn, Ken. So business must be good, bro. You know what, the hell with it. We're gonna open up the panel. Let's get some people in here. Chop it up. It's been a while since I've been live, so let's go ahead and get some people in here. Have some fun. Like I said, I had 17 people in here earlier. Y'all hit that like button. Like I said, I'm monetized now, so it helps me out a lot. Hit the like button. If anybody wants to jump in here, you're more than welcome to. And let's just shoot the shit, man. That's why I'm trying to get you in here, bro, because I don't know what I'm doing as far as now that I'm monetized. So if y'all can help me out, jump on the panel, give me some tips. Like I said, do I really got to go through every video and turn the monetization on every video?
Yes, you do. Absolutely, you do. And you also need to like set it up and like.
Or you want to add?
Well, as we get started, I learned you really got to set it up in a way that doesn't like annoy people to where they just turn it off.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have your super chats on for this.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I just didn't know how to set it up. I didn't know if I was able to set it up through StreamYard or if I had to do it through StreamYard.
You'd have to be in your studio on your laptop.
And I don't even go through YouTube whenever I do my lives. I go straight to StreamYard.
No, that's not. Well, you need to turn on monetization for the live, but you also need to turn on your super chats in the monetization tab on
the studio. Okay. Like I say, I just got the notification after I was getting my haircut. I just got it.
You'd be getting paid right now if you'd turn it on. But now,
all right,
there's no way to pay.
It's too late now, right? Yeah.
I have no idea. You could probably start another one. Just end the stream.
But but I'll get paid for like the watch hours right now, right?
Yeah, but you don't like make very much.
No.
Let me put it this way, dude. Like a freaking $5 super chat is like a day's worth of earnings at least.
Wow. But thanks for that. I'm over here.
Dude, there's some random guy. So I don't usually get a lot of super chats except for Stupid Fast, who likes to pay me for my time like I'm some escort. But
what's up, Karma?
There was some dude who came in my stream on Tuesday. He's a new guy. He's asking a whole bunch of boss questions. That dude dropped some freaking dollars.
Really?
Hey, give me like I am making like $75 off the guy. Well, I mean,
oh shit!
Before StreamYard or YouTube takes their stuff, but like that's all going to go into the Fox body. So
yeah, what Chris said, that's definitely the option now. I can run ads. I did turn monetization on one video, and then I kind of saw where they asked for what do you want the ad put? Do you want it to be a skippable ad or a playable ad? You got to be very careful with that stuff. As Brosford said, these people, they want to just come watch a video. At the end of the day, that's what they're here for. They don't want to see no damn ad. So you gotta catch them before, they're gonna exit out and they're gonna go look for another video.
Yeah.
So, but it's all, like I said, this is all a learning process for me. I got to go through. I didn't even know I had to do more steps to get monetized. And then Brosford helped me out with that.
Dude.
You have to turn it on your YouTube studio, monetize your live stream so people can donate. Yeah.
Get down.
So after this live, I'll be tinkering around with it and I'll mess around with it and try to get more familiar with it. Dude, you and me both, bro. That's what I'm hoping with this new job. Like I can save up enough money to where my buddy was talking about opening up a shop, or I don't know. There's just more out there than what I'm doing now.
What comment?
And I'm trying to do that. Oh, so East Coast Ken?
You need a new career. I think I got one for you. You should
What you
join the
got?
military.
No,
We're hurting for
I'm
people
too-
right now.
I'm too old for that, man. They
No,
don't
you're
want
not.
me.
You're
I'm
not. You're
used
not
up
too old.
already.
You're not too old. You'll be fine.
They would take a 34-year-old in?
I've seen them take older than that. I think I don't know what the
Really?
cutoff is. Yeah.
I thought it was like 30.
No, let me look it up now.
Yeah, stupid. I didn't, bro. Like I said, I literally just got the notification or noticed the notification when I was coming home from a haircut. I noticed, YouTube sent the email that they accepted me and all that good stuff. So everybody's on Car Mob. What's up? Yo, what's up, Mr. Mach 1? Thanks for joining the live. So I got like 19 to 20 people in here. I'm going to say that that's a setting record for me, to be honest with you.
Oh,
so I appreciate y'all.
You can enlist until you're 39. You're good. Just go down to your local recruiting station.
Bruford, I'm not going to no damn army.
I didn't say army. So go to join
Or-
the Navy.
or- I'm not-
I'm in the Navy.
We're not.
You can sail the oceans blue.
This guy. Yo, what's up, Sublon?
What's up? What's up?
They teach you to work on gas turbines.
Nice.
Make some big money on the outside.
Everybody telling Car Mob what's up. Dude, has Car Mob been dropping videos?
Yeah, he dropped a car show video a day or two ago.
But like, has he been dropping videos? Like anything
Yeah.
new with this GTR or the GT5? I don't see his like content.
Might want to go unclick or re-click the bell thing for notifications.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, he's pumped out a couple, 2, 3 in the last few weeks, I believe.
Okay. Dude. So Chris, Stewie's even got worse. So now you're not even gonna be punching in and out on time. You're really gonna be submitting videos and pictures of your repairs. They don't
Ford
even
does do that.
care. No, Ford doesn't do that yet.
I think
Well, they're
my
not
local
doing
Ford
that.
does.
They're not doing that right now. Now they do the videos for like the multi-point inspections when they want to upsell you, like, hey, you need brakes or you need tires, and they'll show you that. But no, they don't. They're not doing that yet.
Yeah.
Chris, you look like one of those pinup empowering women that like are like showing flexing their muscles and they have like their bandana on. That's what you look like right now. What are you doing?
Nothing, dog. I'm in my office right now.
Your office?
Yeah.
So you're in the principal's office. You got in trouble at work.
You
Oh
too.
wait, no, that's right. You got a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get out there, man. We gotta go.
For real, dog. You need to come out here.
Yeah, I'll come out there, man.
How's Stewie now?
Oh, dude, it got worse. It's bad. Like I said, now we gotta clock in on time, and we don't have to clock in on time. My bad. You literally gotta take pictures of your repairs of everything you gotta do and show it's justified.
For real?
They don't care about you clocking in on time now.
That sounds like a bunch of shit. So flat rate doesn't necessarily apply anymore.
It's so weird, man.
So you don't clock in the.
Well, so this just changed for us this week. I just got the update on the tablet this week, and I don't know too much about it. I just know that I got screwed over on a couple of tickets that I'm not going to get paid for because I didn't submit pictures.
For real?
Yeah. So that's actually going to be my next TikTok. I'm going to do a funny TikTok of a technician. Like, not only do you have to be a certified technician now, you also have to be a professional photographer. And so I'm going to do a TikTok, like, making fun of them. I'm probably going to get fired one of these days, but it's okay.
What about working for like a used car dealership?
Wait, what's up?
What about working for like a used car dealership? One of my buddies, he's worked at the regular dealerships. He's worked a lot of places. He likes the shady used car lots because the cars come in all messed up.
And they leave that stuff.
Well, he makes bank fixing them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell you this. I get a lot of the used car, or like I get a lot of the cars that come in. Okay, if it's a Hyundai that came from a used car lot, it's coming to me for like things that are more involved are going to be more difficult for than, because he's limited to what he has. So like you definitely need our software to like program modules. You definitely need our software to actuate sensors. It gets a lot more complicated when you're limited on the software that you need to diagnose these cars.
True. No, I get that.
So that's where it's like, at a used car deal, yeah, you're gonna do the gravy stuff, and then once it gets a little complicated, they're gonna see, that you can't do the job, and they're just gonna see as, oh, you just can't do the job. And it's not like that. Like these days, you need software, you need, these diagnostic tools. Yeah, you have to, man. That's why a lot of these, mechanics, they're not as you don't see them as much as you used to, when things are more simplified. What's up, Mike's Garage?
So the comment that I posted earlier, because I mean a lot of time's gone by with it, but like all my buddies, the only thing that they got out of turning a wrench later on, besides their body being all freaking destroyed, they had $100,000 Snap-on toolbox, and that was pretty much it.
Come out.
If you're gonna do it,
I know what you're gonna say, Matt. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
Hold on, Primo. You just said, "What's up, Mike's Garage?" Do you know who that man is right there?
Oh yeah, Mike's Garage. Am I like that behind?
Yeah.
Oh look, one low.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. So and that's the thing with me. Like, I'm going to a field where my tools aren't even going to be required. So I'm going to have a 30,000 plus toolbox with tools just sitting in my 2-car garage.
I'll take it.
Shut your ass up. But I mean that's good because I'm still planning on doing the YouTube thing on the side. It's definitely gonna make me be more excited to do the YouTube thing because I mean I'm turning wrenches all day, then I'm coming home and trying to do my stuff,
All the AJ
I guess my point is, if you're going to turn a wrench, make sure you get paid for it and that you're not getting screwed over by the dealership. Because if you got to take photos and do all this and you're not getting paid for it and then you're getting screwed out of the job, that's bullshit.
But see, and that's where they're going to get you now, because now you don't have to clock in on your time, so you can't justify how long this job's taking you. You can't justify that in a picture. You know what I'm saying?
See,
so basically you're just getting paid book time?
Yeah, but like, where is that justified on how long it takes? When you clock in and out on a ticket, the moment you start working on that ticket, you clock in. The moment you stop, you clock out. So if you need any additional time after that because something, it took longer than what it should have for whatever reason, like you don't get paid that additional time, which you used to if you justified your clock in time. Huh?
What about in your story?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can put it in the story, but how is it going to be justified if they're just seeing a picture?
What's up, AB?
I think that's how they're trying to get away from the additional time.
AB, you need to jump on this panel from SEMA, bro. If you're at SEMA right now,
for real,
nice.
He is in SEMA, dude.
He is.
They updated it since I left.
No. So this update with the picture thing, I just updated it like 2 days ago, and found out about it. And then that's when Angela told me, like, hey, like they didn't receive the photos for this recall, whatever, so you can't get paid for it. I'm like, all right, like, what can I do about it? Like, all right.
If you miss one and the customer takes it, that's it.
Yeah, like you don't get paid for it.
But what do they want to see exactly?
Yeah, that sounds.
Well, it depends. It depends on what the job was. They want to see like the part that you're replacing. They want to see the old part that you're replacing. They want to see like the area that you're replacing it at. Like, so you're like sitting there with this like big ass tablet that already has like a crappy camera, and you're trying to get like the best angle and the best lighting to show them. Like I know there's somebody get paid on because they couldn't see the VIN on the sticky note that I had to put on the car.
Oh.
It's like, well, dude, that's not my fault. Your cameras are shitty on your tablets. Like, what can I do about that?
And that's the thing. That's your time. It's kind of like you're working for a place doing repairs, and they get the shittiest AutoZone parts, and the jobs keep on coming back because they're shit parts. And you're like,
Yeah.
dude, I did the labor, I did it right. You're giving me shit parts. That's not on me. Well, the same.
Well,
thing
no,
with
but
this.
see, you can get paid for that. That's what they call it is a service part warranty. So say you replaced the part and like the part was defective for whatever reason, and it you have to do it again. You can get paid again, but they would have to do it as service part warranty. The only thing is you have to justify that part was actually damaged or inoperative.
Primo, did you see HPR's comment?
What's up?
Did you see HPR's comment?
Where? Now, dude, I'm like so behind on these. Hold on.
7 comments up from the bottom.
Hold up. Damn, I was like really behind. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
There you
If
go.
I didn't get paid for a job, I would take that part back off and tell them they can put it back on themselves.
Exactly.
And I'd walk it. That's why I'm checked out. At this point, I'm checked out. My morale is like at an all-time low. I'm just trying to keep my sanity. I don't want to do anything crazy. Like I need to make sure that I got this job lined up before I just walk out.
What's up, Smacky?
Now, what I was thinking of doing was walking out and taking a penalty on my 401k and taking out the 401k and just kind of chilling on that up until this job calls me, because dude, I'm literally about to lose my mind.
If you take out your 401k and you cash that in, that's a very, very heavy tax burden. Not only
the way I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The way I see things, the way the world is, I probably won't even make it to retirement. I probably won't even make it to 60.
we never think that. We're always doing crazy shit, and we're thinking, I'll never get there. But you do, and that's when you need that money. Always make sure you put away from it, because none of us thought that we were going to live as long as we are.
And I'll say I don't have kids. I don't have a family that I have to provide for, look out for. So
But that's
I got
rough.
my. No, please don't wish that upon me, bro.
What? Oh,
Kids.
family and kids. Family and kids are great, but I'm just saying that it's when you're looking through a young man's lens, it's different than as you start to get older. Then you see things differently.
I mean, I'm not that young, man.
Hell no.
I'm really not that young.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh my
young
God!
man.
Just stop! Just stop, bro!
God
Just
damn.
stop!
I feel like that window is like closed as far as
Just
for kids.
stop.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
said,
closing.
Maybe in my 20s. I don't want to be like 50 years old, like having like a 3-year-old, man. That's just weird. That's my dad. My dad's like 60 years old, and he has like a 2-year-old right now.
But you don't look 60.
Huh? No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
My first only child, I think I was my wife got pregnant, I was 39. So
Oh wow. No, wait, that was your first child?
Yeah. One and only, one and done.
Oh, we're see, I'm done. I got 3.
Tired, Mike.
What's up?
I said, so no wonder you look tired, man.
Dude, I'm always tired. I always got a lot of work going on with work, and corporate America sucks. But I tell you what, every job has good and bad to it.
I agree. Okay, my whole thing about it though is I want to be accountable for I want to be paid for the time that I'm there.
Yes.
Like I'm there 45 hours, but I'm only flagging 30 to 35 hours. Like it's just
which is crap. And here's the thing. You're destroying your body doing it, being a mechanic.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. You're destroying your hands. Mine are fucked. My back has issues. Everybody that I knew was broken down by the time they hit their 50s and 60s turning around.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you should see my shop foreman. This dude like hurt back, like he's like barely even moving, bro. We need to get this guy a scooter. Like you should see this man.
Gary's in the basement.
Oh shit. Hey, yeah, stupid. I'm quietly quitting because I haven't said it, but they know by my attitude that I'm not.
You're checked out.
Yeah, I'm checked out.
But the
bro.
thing is that if you're going to do that as a profession, make sure you get paid, because you're paying a massive cost physically to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that, T.
Let me tell you something, young man.
Yo. Oh man, that's a good one, man.
I don't
mean,
care.
and that's why I'm so mad. Like we have not. We are overdue for our pizza party. We haven't had a pizza party since our last manager, man. Like
Hey.
what gives?
I could care less about no pizza party.
What's up? What's
Let
up,
me
Mr.
say
Marco?
something to you right now.
What's
You
up?
better put the money away, dude, because you're gonna find out you're gonna live till 90 years old and you ain't gonna have shit.
Well, see, that's why like I'm trying to make my moves now because I feel like I'm in the age where I'm not, young, but I'm not old. I'm kind of in between.
I didn't change my I didn't change my work until I was 32 years old. I worked in the junkyard for 20 years before I went to where I'm at now.
Oh, see, and I've been here for 11 years,
But I had to make that change so I can get paid.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, and my whole thing is like I've always been against, hey, don't chase money, do what you love, and go to work happy, and you're gonna be good. And then it's like I kind of look back, and I was like, yo, I've been here 11 years, and like the money I'm making, like, yo, this ain't paying my bills. Like, I mean, it is, but I mean, I if I can live more comfortable, I will. My buddy, he's like 26 years old, pulling over 100K, and I'm like, man, what the hell am I thinking? Like
when you say 11 years, I've honestly spent more time in the shitter.
I mean, that's cool, but you're also older. You got your stuff planned out. I'm still.
I got kids. I got kids older than you. My oldest son's 39 years old.
I got ulcers older than you.
And I mean, and you're gonna beat me in that race. Like you're gonna beat me in that race. Thankfully, like.
But I mean, you gotta start now because if you don't, because you're gonna keep saying tomorrow, and tomorrow's here faster than you realize.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like I've never been the one to chase money. Like just enjoy doing what you're doing. Like nah, like right now, like I need to chase money, and that's kind of my mindset right now.
Chase the money. That's what I tell everyone, no matter what. Chase the money. Because here's the thing.
And when you start thinking you ain't gonna have no kids, that's when they start popping out.
Oh god damn, Mr. Malcolm. All right, hey, I'm gonna need somebody in the chat to delete Mr. Malcolm out of here, man. Wishing that upon me. Come on, man. I like doing stuff, man. I like doing stuff.
Happen, dude. The day you don't pull it out, slam it in the door jam, you're gonna have a baby.
All right, so you're saying get fixed. Gotcha. We're gonna set up an
if you don't want no kids, you better get fixed.
I'll get them snipped.
You're gonna end up adopting somebody else's kids because you're gonna fall in love with some girl that has kids.
Oh god damn, bro. All
yeah,
right,
and don't put your name on the birth certificate.
I'm just saying, man.
But the thing is, though, go for the money. Keep moving up. Someone gives you an offer. Hey, I have this promotion. Take it. Never second guess it. Someone offers it to you. They're saying, I know you can do it. So you take it and you keep moving up, and you move up as fast as you can. And the more that you move up, the more crap you have to deal with, the more bullshit you have to deal with, the more politics you have to deal with. You smile, grin it, and keep moving up and chasing a dollar. And that's what it's
so true, Mike. Even in a roofing company, that applies.
And it's crazy, man, because I've never had that mindset. It's a weird thing. I've never had that mindset. And all of a sudden, just like something clicked in me, and I was like, dude, what the hell am I doing, man? Like, I gotta get out of this thing, dude. Like,
I'm taking that all the advice right now. I'm taking it.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, man. Like, because I mean, my box has been there. My box has cobwebs on it, man. Like, I'm comfortable. I don't like change. Like, and I was like, dude, I can't do this, man. Like, I gotta get out this place.
When did you decide that?
It was so. Me and my buddy, we went out for some drinks. He was living in Oklahoma. Well, I knew him a long time ago. I've known him for a long time. He's younger than me. He's like 26 years old right now. And he moved down from Oklahoma, and we just kind of like caught up, and we're like, man, hey, let's go have a beer, dude. All right, cool, let's go, man. We haven't hung out in a while. So we go have a beer, and he's telling me about his job and stuff like that. And then he's like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm like making over 100K like easily. Like, he's like, I'm projected right now to hit probably about 125. And this dude's 26 years old. Granted, before that, he took that chance on this job and moved to Oklahoma to go do it in Oklahoma. Before that, he was making wings at Wingstop, and he had another job doing personal training for weightlifting. So this dude was probably making like 40, maybe 40,000 for the year to, making this. And I was like, and he's 26 years old and he's like talking to me about this. I'm like, yo, hey, like, y'all hiring? And he's told me about this before. You should come work with me. And I just kind of like, I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. Blah, blah, blah.
But here's the interesting thing. You're making X. You see him making Y at 125. You know what he's doing if he's smart? He's asking, how do I get over 200,000?
Oh, yeah, no. So he said that right now,
which isn't that much.
Yeah.
Then you're looking at, how do I make 3?
Well, and see, that's where he's at right now. So he's trying to level up to an engineer's position. And right now he's considered like an operator, but that's his next move is he said he's lined up next in line to move up to engineer's position. So, I mean, he's a smart kid too. He's got his thing straight. He's very minimalistic. Like he doesn't, spend money crazy. So I was like, all right, dude, like, hey, you kind of got me sold on this job. He's like, for real? He's like, I've been trying to tell you. I was like, yeah, dude, let's do this. And so I'm hoping I get a call back soon. Well, we'll see.
I think I'm gonna go back to the oil field though.
That's kind of what this job is. What's wireline? So,
well, read what Ken said right there because it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
That you only have one thing in life to make money. That is your time and make the most of it.
Later, Connor.
Yeah, that's true, man. And that's what I feel like. I
Later,
feel like
Connor.
I put in all this time and I'm getting very minimal back from this place, man. I feel like I've outgrown it is what it is, Now, my buddy John, I mean, he's been working there. We both he started like a couple of months before me. So he works at the Ford side. And, he told me about how, his ultimate plan is to open up a shop. I've known him since elementary. I'm like, yo, hey, let me go make this money. And whenever I come back, if you still have that, plan in those years, dude, I'm down, dude. Hopefully at that point I have some money stacked and we can, get something going. That would be pretty cool.
Good. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving up. So, I just had my yearly review with my CISO, and went through the whole thing. And my next thing was, how do I keep moving up? What do you plan for me next? He says, well, we've got to put other teams underneath you. Cool. When can we start doing that? Just to take on more teams, which is a lot more work on me, a lot more crap to deal with. But you know what? You want more money? You got to take on more stuff. You got to move up.
Yeah.
Who's got that background noise?
For sure. And that's kind of how I've always felt. I mean, I got the TV on.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah. I don't know. Is it? Hold on, I'm gonna mute it. Tell me if it's
What a host.
HPR, you are absolutely right. Ken, absolutely right. If you plateau, it's time to get out.
Yeah, I definitely got a bad attitude these days, and I don't like it. That's not me. I mean, Chris will tell you, man. We show up we would bust ass and we'd work, and then now it's I'm checked out, and I'm definitely bringing everybody down. Well, and then my whole thing is too, the turnaround in that shop is ridiculous. I've had about 4 or 5 different service advisors within the past maybe 4 months. And that affects my check because these people are the ones that are supposed to know how to set my appointments, call my customers back, to get, schedule to get parts put on, schedule the cars to get looked at, all within a reasonable kind of deal. So whenever I get somebody new and I got to show them what to do and make sure they're doing it right, that takes me away from turning wrenches, and they don't see that. They don't ever say anything like, oh, hey, Primo, well, we know you got a new service advisor and it's going to take them some time. We're going to guarantee you 40 hours. You just keep doing what you're doing and, we're going to make sure you're taken care of. No, they don't say that.
Well, you also got to rely on them to sell the gravy.
Well, no, see, and right now, upsells is not a thing because I am the only technician in that shop. So like if they make an upsell of like, 3 or 4 hours, okay, well now we done set back those other cars that were supposed to get looked at. So like they don't even try to upsell for me. Yeah, that's crap, dude.
Wow.
It's crap. Yeah, I mean, definitely independent would be like the best thing to do. It's just you got to have some clientele for that. You got to be comfortable enough to do that. Because there's a lot of independent shops in the area. Like Ken, he did it smart, like especially with the YouTube, like that helped him out a lot. It put him out there for what he knows. I mean, he knows a lot of people in Tennessee. He did it perfect.
But Ken's got balls. When you go out and you start your own business, that takes balls. That takes a huge risk. Most people don't understand when you start your own business how much of a risk that it is and how much of a gamble that it is. Because you're staking your whole family on this decision.
That's sick, man.
You're going to be able to pull it off. That's serious balls when you do that. I always have respect for anybody that starts their own business, especially when they're the breadwinner.
You got to earn that cash, Primo, so you can have those kids you were just talking about.
Shut up, Brosford. God damn it. Hey, Ken, I actually, like, whenever I am ready to go boost, you are the guy I'm heading up because apparently you're the guy for the ESS kit. Like, I'm going to have to get with you and we'll get prices on that because I definitely want boost for the 2022. And that dyno, dude, that can bring you some money too because you can rent out your dyno. You can do dyno shootouts. You can, clearly for your own use. Like, dude, that'd be awesome. A dyno would definitely pay for itself within like a couple of years.
See, I'm going to tell you something. Ken, he's moving up really fast.
Yep.
And he's doing it smart. He's doing it wisely. And in the next couple of years, he's going to be able to do a full build on a car. I mean, everything you're going to possibly need. And he's going to do that. And that's what he's working for. So you gotta, appreciate that guy is here to help us and talk to us about our cars if we have problems with something.
Yeah, he can't forget us, Ken. Don't forget us.
But the thing is, you got to remember with Ken, with having his own shop, he's not working 40, 45 hours a week. He's working 65, 70, 75 hours a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I bet he wishes he could work 65, 70 hours a week.
Yeah, because he probably lives there for the most part.
I bet you that guy's putting more time than you think. I guarantee, because I ran a business for 20 years at a junkyard, dude. I was there 7 days a week, sometimes 16, 20 hours a day. I would come home, shower, then go back just to get freshened up.
You put
Look at that. Look at that.
in 2 days.
Look at that.
You're hustling.
Look at it.
And the more lifts, the better.
Oh yeah, that dude, he's
But that's the thing. It takes commitment. It takes balls.
right here. He says he put 35 hours in 2 days.
Yep.
2 days.
Yeah, but all that profit is all to Ken too, Oh, and he's got to pay his employees, but like.
No, you got to understand, he's got a family though too.
He's got a family. He's got kids.
He's got.
But I'm just saying, that profit goes to him. He's not paying the corporate guys. Or he's not. It's not the corporate guys getting paid off of him. Like that's awesome.
He's doing good. I think all of us are proud of him.
I'm very proud of him.
That's definitely a tech stream, man. And and he's doing fun stuff. He's not doing BS customer complaints. Like it gets ridiculous. Like it gets very ridiculous. Actually today I spent about an hour. So the lady had showed up about last Friday. I had to go drive with her. She was complaining about a noise that she was hearing when accelerating. Very faint noise. I think we heard it like 2 or 3 times. I was like, man, this like. I want to tell this lady, like, just turn your radio on. You can't tell them that. So I'm like, all right, I've heard the noise. Like, I'll take a look at it about Monday or Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. So today I go drive it, and I hear it. And I'm like, okay, like it's very faint, but I hear it. And I'm like, man, it's only doing it like at 2,000 RPM. It's pretty much like the Mustang tick or the 2,000 RPM, tick. I'm like, dude, that's the engine. I was like, okay, before I spend any more time with this damn car, let me go grab another, same year car, go drive it. It's the same thing. It's like, dude, there's nothing I could do about that. It's your motor, as it's running, but it just has a rattle. What do you want me to do? If a new unit is doing it, it's normal characteristics. But I spent like an hour, not including the time I had to do with her on her test drive. It's like, I don't get paid for that. Just to tell the customer it's normal. Like, I don't know.
So,
customers are very, very picky these days.
And here you go with HPR right here. He's telling you right here with the overhead and stuff that he's got. Overhead's a killer. So, yeah, he's making good money, but he's spending good money to make good money.
Yeah.
So, Primo, just put in a bottle of Ceratec and send it.
Man, I think those Hondas would not know how to react off some shit like that, dude. They'd probably blow up.
It would fill in the little gaps a little bit of cushion, and then send it on its way.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Hyundai's gotten so sketchy on their engineer designs. It's terrible, man. Like I if you love your family, do not let them buy a Hyundai. Like ever.
Primo, what exactly do you do?
I'm a technician. I do everything as far as Hyundai. Like anything that the car comes in for that they're complaining about, I gotta fix.
Okay, because you said something about not getting paid or something.
Well, no. So I'm diagnosing their vehicle. You don't get paid off the diagnosis when it's warranty. So when she's complaining about this rattle, and I'm spending my time test driving with her to hear the noise she's hearing. Okay, cool. I heard your noise. Now I got to go drive the car and pinpoint your noise and see where it's coming from and see how to fix it. I'm not getting paid all that time. I get paid for the moment that I put that part on that car. In this situation, there's no parts to be put on. It's a normal characteristic of the vehicle. I had to go drive another one just to confirm that. But so all that time that I just spent to tell you it's normal, I don't get paid for.
That's rough.
You don't get paid unless you're turning a wrench.
Yep, and that whole thing of taking pictures and putting it in the report, and that's
and that just got implemented this week. So I don't even know how that works. So I'm pretty sure there's some jobs that I'm working on this week that I'm probably not even going to get paid for because I didn't snap a damn photo.
You need to go somewhere else, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. No, it's bad, man. It's very bad. And I don't call in. I show up to work. I'm the only technician there. Like I've been the only consistent technician there for 11 years. I don't know how many technicians I've trained and they've quit. It's the turnaround's terrible there. But once I leave, the last time I was leaving a Dodge and they shut down for a week. When I walked out and I told them I was leaving, that Monday they put a sign up saying that there was a COVID outbreak and they shut down for a week. When it wasn't true, it's just because I left. They didn't know what the hell to do. And I was supposed to start that Tuesday, and the general manager had told my service manager at the time to call me back in to talk to me. And so, and I told him, I said, I'm supposed to start, at Dodge tomorrow morning. And they're like, well, what time? I said, at 8. And he's like, well, he's going to be here at 7:30. If you can come talk to him at 7:30. I was like, all right. So he threw me more money per hour. It's just Hyundai's warranty is so forever. You don't get paid well off the warranty. If it's customer pay, you get paid pretty decent. But being that everything is warranty, like you don't make good money.
Do you mind if I ask you what kind of money you make an hour?
Yeah, probably not, because my buddy's gonna get mad because he's a better technician than me, and he's in here. But the main thing that it comes down to, you can get paid $50 an hour. If you don't have one car that comes in there that day, guess what? You didn't make $1. Yeah, you didn't make $1
for free.
Yep. Yeah, but Ken, that is Ford. In Hyundai, you can put a story in and get it, justified. But the only thing that they're gonna pay you is 3/10. and that's for no problem found.
What the freak is
But-
happening
but-
right now?
But
Yeah, I agree. I agree with John right here.
as for more money, man, it's not the money per hour that's the problem. It's the type of work that you're seeing in that shop. Now,
Yeah,
if I go to the Ford side, it's different. Now, or they told me like, hey, like we're gonna give you this much per hour, and we're gonna guarantee you, 40 hours or 45 hours. So that way, I'm not sweating on the work that's coming in. I'm just knocking it out. But okay, if you hit over 45 hours, cool. Then you're gonna get that, but you're gonna get guaranteed 45 hours. And
but John says right here they should pay you some kind of salary or something for when the work's not there.
and there was a time that they did do that for me. Like there was a time that I got paid salary, and then they thought like, oh hey, like Hyundai is growing, like you're ready to go commission, and we're gonna give you a helper, and you're gonna train the helper for a year, and he's gonna go on his own, and everything's gonna be great, and y'all both gonna be making money, and then the helper was starved, and I'm staying afloat, and then the helper would quit, start over the process, train somebody. It's been like that for 10 years now. Or
Hey,
9
Green,
years.
I want to ask you a question. Are you that damn gullible?
What do you mean?
They're taking advantage of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm comfortable. That I don't like change. I don't like.
well,
I'm
it's
just
time to
comfortable.
start liking change, man, because you're losing a ton of money.
Because if you're working
definitely.
45 hours a week, you should be flagging at least 60.
Yeah, no. Now on the Ford side, it's a
70.
little different. Don't get me wrong. On the Ford side, there's some techs there that just they don't work. But like John, that's in this chat, like he does. What do you do, John? Like suspension, AC, trim work, and he gets paid pretty good because think about it. Ford's warranty is only $336 for a bumper to bumper and 5-year 60 powertrain. Hyundai is 5-year 60 bumper to bumper, 10-year 100,000 powertrain. So everything we see is warranty. And the moment those cars aren't under warranty, you don't ever see those cars again.
No.
Yeah,
Get
so
another job. Get out of there.
look at John there. John's like, I got another day left and I already flagged 76 hours for the week. That's good.
Yeah, he works at the dealership I work at, but he's on the Ford side.
Okay.
You need to go to the Ford side or get out of there. One of the two.
They
To the
won't-
dark side.
They won't let me go to the Ford side.
Why?
I'm like I said, I'm the only person that can keep that place afloat.
Go to another.
If you're the only person keeping that place afloat, I'd be telling them to give me some more,
Yeah.
But even if they gave more money, he's still not flagging enough. So it would help him some, but he's getting screwed by like 30, 40 grand a year.
Jackson, Tennessee, here we come.
I'll say this. This is as far as I'll get with it. This year is going to be the first year that I hit 70,000. And I've been doing this for 11 years.
Do you like confrontations?
Me? I love confrontation.
Okay, then you need to go confront somebody.
We've done that.
I agree. I mean, seriously, you really need to. Hey, he's not kidding, man, because that's true.
Yeah.
If you're doing all that and you're keeping them afloat, dude, they owe you some money.
But I think part of it could be in your head. So I remember when I was making like 60K a year and I could only see, man, if I could only get to like 70K or like 73K, man, I'd just be great. And he got to 73K, the next 86. If I can get to 86 and went past that and then to the next one, and I'm like 8 levels above that or even way past it. I don't want to say what but I could only see a little bit in front of me.
Yeah.
And that was my problem.
See, okay, and that's funny that you say that because when I went back to go talk to the manager before I started Dodge, that's what I told him too. I said, I just wanted to make 70K this past year, and it doesn't look like I'm hitting that. And then I was like, I've been here 11 years and I haven't hit 70K. There's a problem. And then it's like, okay, well now I just put myself in that number, and so he's like, oh, that's all he wants. Like, I can do that, and I'm like, shit, I just screwed myself doing that.
So
Well,
when
no,
you're going
dude,
at
here's
the
what you
next,
do. Listen, man. Well, here's what you gotta do. First of all, you can already speak to all the work you do for that. On top of that, the cost of living has gone up tremendously.
Yes, terribly, dude. Like I wasn't making that anything near that, 3 or 4 years ago, and I don't remember stressing,
I'd request a raise to at least match GDP.
What the hell's that?
Gross domestic product.
Yeah.
Oh,
So here would be my recommendation. When you go for that next job, they're going to ask you, what did you make at your previous place? Say, that's something that I really that shouldn't be part of the negotiation. I want to know what you're offering.
yeah,
Because they're always going to give you just a little bit more than what you were previously making.
yeah,
And when I jump from one company to another, I usually make 20 to 30 grand more with each jump. And I never
yeah.
tell them what I made at the previous one because that's none of their business.
See, so with this job, that's kind of how it is too. So I'm projected. I will probably make a 20K jump at this next job.
Give HPR is looking for a link.
Post the link.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Man, he's about to drop some knowledge bombs on you. You better be ready.
So this is that's what I'll be projected to make is 20K more.
Out of nowhere, Sublime. Damn it!
Kick him out. He's demonetizing you right now. Just kick him out.
Hey, wait. So does that demonetize you if you cuss a lot?
You see, my problem always was if I made 10 grand, I spent 10 grand. If I made 20,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I like
if I make 100, I'm spending 100.
If he cusses enough, it'll demonetize you.
That could be a problem, man. But yeah, like so. I mean, but see, and that's kind of where I do. No,
Sublime.
I did too.
I cuss a lot, so I don't care. But and that's also where I think I am gullible at is I'm going to a field that I have no experience in, and so that's kind of where like I don't hold weight because I don't know any of this. So it's like I mean, can I really be negotiating? I know it's a jump from what I'm doing now because there's overtime, but
always be
I don't know.
negotiating. Always.
Yeah. What's up, Ken?
What is going on, guys? Hey, I don't care what you know or what you think you don't know. When you go into a new job, you go in and you ask for what you think you're worth, and then some.
Yeah. Well, shit. I mean, I thought I
Don't
was
worry
worth,
about
what I'm making now, and it's like, damn. I guess I'm not.
Because I tell you, a good technician, and I will say this, a good technician can do whatever he wants because you have the knowledge, problem solving. You have all that knowledge. So there's pretty much nothing you can't do.
Yeah. That's how I saw it. A tech, man. I mean, it's mental, it's physical, it's a lot, man. It really is.
Man,
But Chin, would you agree that those people are taking advantage of him?
Oh, they are bending him over and using sand.
They're not even using lube.
Look, I'll tell you, man, when I worked as a tech, like the general manager would walk in. He walked in the shop one time, and he my area was a little messy, but I was slammed, right?
Yeah.
And he said something. You know what I did? As a point, I stopped working. I was at 1 o'clock in the day. I already turned 10 hours at 1 o'clock. I didn't turn another damn wrench. All I did was clean my area the rest of the day.
See, I wish I had that problem.
And
I wouldn't be complaining.
And if he would have walked out and said something about it, I'd have been like, adios. But he wasn't going to say nothing, and he didn't say nothing. But I made a point. I proved a point. Like, I'd already turned 10 hours. I could have turned 15, 16 easy by the end of the day. But I stopped. You just got to show them. You got to show them what you're worth and what they're missing. If not, or you just got to leave. One or the other.
No, they already know. They already know what I'm worth and what I'm capable of. I mean, my fix it right is 100%. Like I have no comebacks. I mean, I'm the only consistency there. They know what I'm worth. The general manager's been there long enough to know what I'm worth. Otherwise, he wouldn't have called me back in. The day I was supposed to start Dodge. But the thing is,
he's not going to pay you anymore. The reason why he's not going to pay you anymore, you've been there 11 year after year after year, and they've gone by with paying you little. Yeah. So why should they change that now and affect their bottom line?
Yeah.
Like stupid fast truck said, take this job and shove it.
The only way that you really make more money is if you bounce to the next job.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at with it. That's why I said, like, I don't. There's nothing there that they can talk me into at this point. You know, yeah. When we went back and negotiated and talked, yes, he gave me a very good raise hourly, and it sounded nice. I mean, not per hour. It sounded nice, but then when you take in account to the work that you are getting and the flag that you get paid for those jobs, it doesn't. It's the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing.
I'll give you another piece of advice. Before you interview for your next job, watch videos and do research. How do you interview well?
Yeah, I mean, I've been there 11 years.
That's
I've never had to go
extremely important.
I'm not used to. I don't even have a resume. I had to make a resume today because I don't have a resume.
So how much should a good tech? Because I don't know, but how much should a good tech make a year?
A good tech, I mean, at least 100.
It depends on
a happy tech would be 100.
Depends on where you
A
live,
tech
too.
happy would be, or comfortable is 100 grand at least. If you've been there 11 years and you got all those certifications, like 100,000 is what I would think a tech should make.
Ken, what do you say?
It depends on where you live. Where you live, cost of living, where you live.
That's it.
I mean, because you can live like around where I live. If you're say your spouse is working and you're working, if you're making 100 a year, you can live very, very nice.
Wait. No. Don't take into account a second income. Just your income. A tech. What should they make?
At least 100.
At least 100. Big John. I mean, he's a. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good tech, and he does his work. Like, he's quick. His fix it rights, legit. I mean, but I'm sure he's consistently been making over 100. I've been there 11 years, and I'm just now hitting 70K. Now we work at 2 different brands at the same dealership, but
No, I can. You seem like you're a hustler. You don't seem like somebody that sits on their phone and watches their phone and stuff like that. Like I've worked with. I've seen techs try to work and they get pissed off because they don't make money, but then they sit on their phone for half the damn day.
Yeah.
Or they go to the toilet and then they're on the toilet for an hour and a half. And like seriously, and like they don't make money. But like if you're hustling and you're not making money and you're actually hustling, then there's a problem there.
Well, that's Cali though, and they
what else, Sabino? Look what he said. 30% of door rate per flag hour is the normal rate for a master tech.
So here in Detroit, my buddy's a tech at the Ford dealership that I deal with. He's a friend. I went to school with him and everything like that. He makes $130 a year.
See, I mean, dude, like I'd be happy with that. I mean, that's where I'm going. I'm going to a job. I'm gonna make maybe 90 starting off. I'm happy as hell. I'm happy as hell.
Ask for 110. Ask for 110.
I'm just saying, if I'm taking that next step to I'm getting a jump, like that's a step forward,
No, but make the jump. If you got 11 years being a mechanic, then ask for the 110 or find a job that's going to pay you 110. Because your body is only going to hold out so long, so you need to get paid for it. Because when your back is fucked and your hands have severe arthritis, you're done.
Kick him out.
Stupid fast truck. I'm exaggerating with the hour and a half. It's not one setting. I'm talking about an hour and a half, 2 hours a day sitting in the toilet.
Yeah. And because there are those people. They're definitely.
Hey, do you have the World Series game on or the NFL game on?
I know a guy that can disappear into the bathroom for 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes at a time.
Dude,
oh, snap. Here we go.
Hey.
I just said I know a guy. I didn't say who it was. Don't start your stuff.
And see, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I didn't say anything.
I will say my morale's gotten very low since I opened up my eyes. And so this new manager, he's come in and they have those attitudes where I'm gonna come and I'm gonna pick up the morale and like we're gonna do great things and I'm gonna change this and y'all gonna be so happy, blah blah blah. And it's just like I'm just so fed up at that point. Well, so he saw since I had this, bad taste in my mouth, I just been coming in at like 8:15 every day, 8:20. I'm not in no rush. It's like I'm not gonna be there 45 hours and see 30 to 35 hours on my check. Like I'm done with that. So he comes up to me and he's been here maybe like 2 months. He's like, hey, he's like, just to let you know, work starts at 8, blah blah blah. I was like,
Sure.
all right. I was like, okay. And like I'm still going in about 8:10, 8:15. Like I'm just over it, dude. And I told him, I was like, look, man, I'm checked out right now. Like I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to hear this. Like just let me do my job and you go about your business. Because he sees that I don't like 6 o'clock. I'm not running out the door. Like I stay past 6. If I got work still there, like I'm still doing work. Like it's just I got to get out of there because my attitude towards everything's been pretty shitty lately.
And they're picking up on it. They're picking up on it. They know something's up.
Oh yeah.
Just having directs underneath me, when something's wrong with them.
Here's the thing that always aggravated me about some places. Like we would have occasionally a service rider that came in, and his service rider would have the mentality that they were my boss, right?
Yes, dude, that's so
and I
bad.
would tell them like, okay, so you can walk out here and diagnose and repair this vehicle. No, that's what you're here for. Okay, so what are you here for? I'm here to get you business. Oh, so you're here to get me my work, right? They're like,
you are a secretary.
So you're my secretary.
You are a secretary.
And they look at me and they're like, no. I'm like, yes, you are. You're my secretary. You get me my work. I get work. We all get paid. If the techs leave in a service department, if the techs all leave, nobody makes money.
All right, so check this out, Ken. But see, you can see where I'm like kind of fed up. I've had in the past 4 to 5 months, I've had
Guys, I gotta go to bed.
All right, bro.
Take
it easy, bro.
Hey, Brelsford, take it easy.
And in the past 4 to 5 months, I've had 5 different service advisors in my department. You know what a big hit that takes on me because then they got to bring somebody in. They got to train the person. They have to teach them how to set appointments. All the work that you've had, parts waiting to get put on. Now they got to figure out where are those ROs. They got to figure out the system to all the codes. It's a lot for a secretary. But at the same time, so we have to sit there and be patient. Our techs have to be patient until they get on their feet.
Yep.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I remember when I was a service manager for Firestone and had just gone to this new store, and the lead tech that was there, he was a nice guy, but he was one of those guys that you didn't mess around with. And he said straight up, your job is to make sure that there's food on my family's table. So you better sell everything that I put on the ticket.
And it's true. It is true. I mean, you don't maybe not that ugly, but it is very true.
Hey, I like people that are straight up.
Well, it's just like Chris. Chris wanted to be flag. He'd never been a flag technician, but he wanted to be flag at my shop, right?
What?
Yeah, he wanted to be flag at my shop. He wanted flag, in which I do pay very well flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the downside is that he's learned when you sit there, if you pull up your phone and you look at it, or if you go do this and you go do that, he's learned that he doesn't make as much money. But I keep the shop loaded down for him, right? So he can't look at me and go, I can't make money because of you. No. The shop is loaded down.
Yep.
And I even walk away from turning wrenches just to make sure that he can make money.
Yeah.
But I take care of him, But that's the thing about it. Like with me having my business, my job is not only to make money, but I gotta make sure I keep work there so everybody's making money.
Yeah, for sure.
But
where's all that back noise coming from?
I think it's me.
Whoever's watching football.
The other thing too, Ken, that you have is not only do you have all that, but you have to protect yourself physically that you don't hurt yourself, because the moment that your body wears out, the business goes under.
Well, see, and see, that's the reason. See, I talked to some people in depth about this, and that's the reason that I'm hiring people in to turn ranches with me, to teach them, to train them, because I'm 42. I know that I've only got so much time to do this. My back already kills me every day.
Yep.
Like, I wore my back out doing everything else and being set before I opened my shop. So I know that I've only got so long to do this, so I've got to get people trained as well as I am to be able to do it. That's what I'm doing.
And that's what I'm saying to you, Primo. Make sure that you make as much as possible, because you are giving your physical health for whatever dollars you're taking in. So you make sure that it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your knees are only good for so many steps.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So you say being lazy pays off eventually?
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, flag is great when you're pushing something like that 45 hours a week, but flagging 80. Because so at the dealership, I don't know if at Ken's dealership that he was working at, but like at our dealership, if you hit a certain flag rate or a certain, flag hours, you get what they call an incentive. So they'll give you like $2 more extra dollars for each hour you flag. But, like I said, the work that John sees is totally different than the work that I see. It's like I said, they pay us 7 hours to do an engine. And that's not including the process of getting the engine approved, which includes filling out a diag sheet, taking pictures of the oil cap, the dipstick, and inside the oil hole. If doing their bearing clearance test, so you have to pull the spark plugs out and you have to test the bearing clearance on the crank bearings. Then if their tool doesn't work or it won't take the reading of the bearing clearance because it's way out of specs, knowing that this motor is knocking and you need a motor. Okay, well, if our bearing clearance tool did not get that reading because it's so screwed off, okay, well, now we want you to take a compression test. We want you to take a leak down test. Okay, yeah, you did all that? Okay, hey, do us a favor now. Pull the valve cover off. We want to see the valve train. You got to take a picture of the valve train. It's so much crap, dude. And you're going to get paid your 7 hours for replacing that engine.
So just make sure on your last day, use the camera to take a picture of your ass and upload it with that final.
That's funny. I was actually going to upload a picture of me sticking the finger at them. I was actually going to do that. That's funny you say that.
There's nothing wrong with not making a big bucks, Pinks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, salary, I don't know about salary, man. Salary, I don't know. It depends on the company, man, because they can abuse that big time.
Oh, and they do. And if you do corporate America, the more that you move up, the more that you're working. And you look at even Sublime, he'll admit to it. The more that he moves up, the more hours he puts in, because he's doing tickets at 7, 8 o'clock at night, putting together everything for the next day.
Hey, John,
is what it is.
Kick Sean back to Quickland and I'll be your helper. I'll go back to $15 an hour and be your helper so you can train me. We'll start all over again like it was 2012.
Man.
Yeah, so Sabino, he does.
Smacky's got a good point right there. Smacky's garage got a good point.
He does a lot of like the front end or suspension work. So when you do suspension work, you have to do alignments. If you're replacing ball joints, if you're replacing struts, shocks, stuff like that.
Yeah, Smackies, you're all right. It is better to leave on good terms.
It is, and it's a thing, because like they says, word gets around quick.
I guarantee you, Smacky, the people we won't need is our management. Now the workers are great. Like the workers, that's the one reason. That's the one thing that made me stay was the workers.
John, you should feel
management.
bad.
Yeah. No, I see you, gravy, bro.
You guys have a good night. Thanks for having me up. I got to get up and go to work early in the morning.
Later, Gary.
Later, Gary.
Peace.
Happy later, Gary. Oh me, I ain't far behind.
Yeah, so man, how's the shop? Like, what do you see? You still see a lot of power adders, like people come in and get boost or what?
I've got coyote swaps, power adders. I don't really post a lot on Facebook, man. I don't post hardly a lot of what I do on anymore. I mean,
That's funny.
what's that?
What
Yeah.
Raj just said, comparing me to working, and then Stupid Fast just commented.
So I mean, have you been dropping?
It is what it is, bro.
Do what now?
Have you been dropping YouTube videos?
No, I haven't been.
Damn.
I just been working, man.
Really?
Dude, I need to drop a video. I need to drop videos, man. And like I'll push 3 cars out of the shop, and then I'll realize I haven't posted any of it on social media anywhere. And then I'll play catch up, or sometimes I'm just like, well, oh well. And I
Hey, you never thought about like hiring like a 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, that's into photography or videography, and like have him?
The thing about it is that it would have to. So my YouTube pay would have to warrant that, and it might.
It could.
It might. But I'm not going to be paying him out of my shop money to run a YouTube channel, because then I'm losing money.
And
then I have a big.
You seem like you're doing good, But I'm just saying, if you can promote it and push it further out, where
no doubt.
Bigger, it could pay off at some point, Especially if the guy's like very good at editing, and
But
it's something to think about.
I don't even think that you need all that. I've seen like this one guy he's in Tennessee. He has live streams just showing his backyard. Doesn't move the camera, not on the camera. It's raining out, and you've got like 100 people on the live stream just chatting it up, talking about Tennessee and how that they'd like to move there. We could probably just do a live stream with audio if everybody's not cussing, just working on the cars, and just let the damn thing run.
You don't want a camera in my shop with audio.
No.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the impact going off. And
not only that, I'd be demonetized so fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cussing going on, like, dude, that's a lot.
Especially I walk in and Chris is doing something like, "What the are you doing?"
Yeah.
No, I'm just
bleep.
But I tell you what, since I left the dealership, man, I mean, man, it you gotta remember, all I did was diagnose, repair. So I don't really have to diagnose hardly anything unless something's kind of wonky and I got to figure out what's going on with it. But
usually when you're diagnosing, it's because of what you installed. It kind of made it wonky. You got to kind of figure your stuff out.
Well, yeah,
it started coming wonky,
Yeah.
But usually when you start doing the horsepower stuff, you're gonna have that stuff with the hiccups and stuff like that. You just got to kind of line it up,
Yeah,
you got all the dyno videos.
I do kind of miss the challenges from diagnosing the weird problems that would come in.
Really?
Because it kept you. Well, man, it kept you on your toes and kept you learning.
That's true.
Kept you on your toes, kept you learning. Like I've been so complacent, but I'm, I still got all my skills, but
yeah,
I don't have to.
But see, the thing that's gonna really kind of, make you scratch your head is like when you start seeing the S650 stuff, and they're gonna start wanting you to start working on that stuff because you have your training from the S550 on down because you just left the dealership, but now you're training for the S650 and up stuff. You really, you're not going to your classes for that stuff. So you kind of, those are going to be the ones that are going to have you scratching your head. Like, oh shit. Like, okay, hold on. So it's coming. It's coming.
You'll get
the good thing about it is I still have an in at the dealership and I still talk to the So I still get the inside info and I still have access to a lot of stuff. So, which helps me out a lot. The S650 is going to be a game changer for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of shops aren't going to like it. One thing that I'm glad I did is I'm glad I became a dealer for Whipple, because Whipple is one of the companies that are going to be able to, you're going to be able to install the blower and their tune onto it. So, and another thing I'm glad is I'm getting into the coyote swap world. So, you know, it's going to be all good all around. And I'm,
So Whipple is working. Are they working with Ford on this?
yes.
Okay, so if they're doing that, so then you need the IDS software.
No,
correct?
no.
Really?
Whipple,
So it's going to be a handheld
Yeah.
tuner?
Whipple sends their own handheld tuner out that you tune your car with. I've already done several F1 21, 22 F-150s Whipples.
So it's similar to that.
Yeah, so you got to use Whipple's tune. You can't, there's no, So I've already done several of those, and so you just load up the Whipple tune. There's no data, there's no tweaking the tune. It's one and done.
So it's considered like a can tune.
Yep. It's just like your GT500 comes out from dealership. They all have the same tune, just like that. It's just all of them have the same tune.
And you don't think they'll ever be able to like crack it or unlock it?
I think they will. I just think it's time. The reason they're having trouble, you'll understand exactly when I say this. They have computer generated rolling encryption.
Yeah.
So when you cycle the key on, it's rolling encryption. So it's hard to break that. So you basically have to have it's probably going to do what Corvette did. You're going to have to, in the Mopar, you have to send your PCM off. They have to do this and send it back to you. That's probably what's going to happen.
And that's a little more expensive too.
I talked to one of the head guys at Livernois when at 2018 at Mustang Week, and we were talking about that rolling encryption and how it was coming then.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, because Mopar, there's a lock. You have to, send your PCM, and then they send you unlocked PCM, an unlocked PCM, correct? That's how Mopar works.
Yes.
So okay, so the 2022 Mustangs are they in that situation too, where their computers are locked?
What's that?
The 2022s on the Mustang. The Mustang.
No, I've done one. No.
Okay, because people were, I've heard like two different things. I've heard it was fully tunable, and then I've heard that no, it's not tunable.
It's tunable.
Okay. All right, because I'm gonna go ESS. So I was like, wait, is it tunable or is it not tunable?
It's tunable.
Okay.
The Mustangs are still tunable. The F-150s are not.
And so the 2023 is going to be another S550, and it's going to be the 2024 that's the S650, right?
The 2024 is the S650. Now, I don't know 2023 about the PCMs yet. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, we don't know until they come out and the tuner hooks up to it.
And they actually try it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. And then HP Tuners gets a hold of it and they go to work. And so you got to wait for them to break into it and get into it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going that route, man. I mean, but the thing that is that you still have older cars, so it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what's going to happen is like people are going to want the older stuff at that point,
And see, that's like my shop. My shop right now, everybody's like, well, what happens when S650 comes out? I haven't really talked about it in depth, but my plan is to have an all-around shop, not just like what I'm doing now. Is building the shop and getting everything done where I can build the shop, keep building the shop. So like coyote swaps, things like that. Building hot rods and stuff like that is my long-term goal with the shop.
Yeah.
But right now, the supercharger installs, turbo installs, the cam installs, putting built engines in and building transmissions and building the rear, building the cars up is paying. It's still.
Yeah.
It makes sense what you were saying before, Primo, because you were talking about, you've got to stay up to date with as technology's changing. Same thing in what I do. So I did network security for quite some time, protecting networks. Now I moved up into leadership, Now everything's moving away from physical networks into the cloud. So now I've got to pivot and learn the cloud. Same for you guys when you look at turning a wrench. Yeah, you're used to ice motors. Now ice motors are going away. Now it's like, oh, now I got to deal with hybrids and all electrics. And if you don't pivot, you're screwed. So you got to start learning it and keeping up with what's going on.
The only thing, like, okay, I don't know if things change on your end, like for what you do, but like people don't understand, like, you know, electric, yeah, it sounds great and all, but they don't understand like what the cost of something like these parts. These parts are hella expensive. And what they cost, and they don't understand that. Like, it's crazy. Like, I broke a nipple off a water pump on a 2011 hybrid, and a little plastic water pump like this, and that thing was like $2,000. Yeah, like people don't understand that. Like, yeah, you know, it sounds fun and all until you know something goes out and you're paying like, well, I don't know, because usually like the manufacturers, you know, the warranty on like the hybrid batteries are pretty long because they're an expensive part. But like the other stuff, like, dude, they don't know. Those things are expensive parts.
But you're also dealing with high voltage too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A whole different set of problems.
Yeah, that's like 270 volts, man, right there.
Yeah, all that stuff's expensive.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, if you want to, you know, start going into aftermarket stuff on that, like you void your warranty, guess what, dude? Like, you're screwed on that one. Be ready. Better have some deep pockets. Oh, what's up, BBQ Mike?
What's up, Mike? So what happens when the S650 goes to all electric?
That's not going to happen for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they're man.
What happens is people. What happens is we drive older cars.
For real, dude. Seriously.
Stupid Fast Truck, as far as I know, don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. As far as I know, that the S650, from what I can see in pictures, does not have the belt-driven oil pump. Don't quote me on that, but
I heard about that.
If you look at the valve covers and the way the F-150 is designed, the valve covers are totally different from the Mustang. And when I seen the pictures of the Mustang engines sitting up there, the valve covers did not look like the F-150's valve covers did. So they're not getting the F-150 engine. Like, everybody thought that the F-150 was going to be the trial, and then they're going to roll them into the Mustangs. But the F-150's valve covers look totally different. And from what I can see, everything on the new S650 engine, all of it looks just like, on top, looks just like the 10.3.
And did you ever think that would take a full circle?
You what now?
Did you ever think that that'll take a full circle where they started doing internal belts?
Man, that's crazy.
You see the transmission with the belts?
Man.
Shit's crazy, dude. Like, I mean, those things had to be maintenance like every 40,000, 50,000 miles. Like, why would you go back to something like that when timing chains don't have to be serviced, unless they go bad, like, why would you, if it ain't broke, why try to fix it? Maybe cost.
No, I will not LS swap a Mustang. Sorry to interrupt. I had to hurry telling him that.
Nah, man, set them straight.
I'm not gonna look. There's a shop, Horsepower Factory, down the road from me, and they will LS swap a Mustang. You bring it to me, we're gonna put your Ford in there.
Yo, we're coyote swapping the world, man.
LS
is a thing of the past, my boy.
If you want to LS swap a Mustang and you want to pay the tax for me to do it, we'll handle it. What do you mean it's $250 an hour? Well, you know me, it's just my rate.
It's going against my religion.
It's going against my religion, and that takes money.
There you go.
Well, that's just like, I picked up this Mach 1, and everybody's like, you going to coyote swap it? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why? I'm like, man, look. See, I was a Mustang fan before the Coyote.
Yeah.
You know, Coyotes didn't make me a Mustang person. You know, I was there way before, and so like my Fox, I want to leave the push rod in it. The Mach 1, I want to leave the 4-valve in it. You know?
Yeah.
The only
Right,
things
I
that
mean, but so like, what are your plans with the Mach 1? Like, are you gonna do anything crazy with it, or
not a damn thing.
Like a collector's car?
I mean, I'm just kind of chilling with it right now.
Okay. That's what I said. Like, I mean, I see it as a Mach 1, like that's a collector's car. Like, you want it to be just that, you know, a Mach 1, man. Like,
there's nothing
some fun with it.
fast. And I'm not saying I won't make it pretty quick, but I've got the 11 to build. I've got the Fox to bring back, and the Mach 1 was literally a car when I bought it that doesn't need anything. It's got the 0304 Cobra front bumper on it already, which I like.
yeah,
It's got good paint. It's got good suspension on it, good brakes. It's just ready to roll. So I mean,
yeah,
literally
nice.
something I could get in, I could drive, I could enjoy the classic four.
Bang some gears, man. Hell yeah.
Because the thing is, when it
So
comes
when'd you
to
get that?
Taylor swap a V6 or a 2-valve. 4 valves, leave them in.
Yeah, 4 valves are just leave them alone. I've had it for almost a month now, right?
Oh wow! So you just got that thing?
Yeah, I just had to make a video. I'm gonna make a video about it, and in my video, I'm gonna be like, guys, I didn't know if I was gonna make a video about this car, because it's kind of like, what are you gonna do to it? I drive it for a while, and it's
Bro,
like
they expect you to like go crazy with it, man. That's what it is.
That's the
That's
problem
what we're
that
used
I've
to,
got.
Ken.
I've got that same problem with mine right now. I'm trying to think of winter projects. The car's pretty much done. I got nothing else to do to it.
Yeah.
So I got to do a video saying my winter projects is nothing.
I tell you what, stupid fast truck, bring that C8 to me, and if a Coyote can go in it, we'll put it in there.
Yo, that would be crazy. I mean, that'd be crazy.
Oh, dude, I would break the internet. Oh, you piss people off.
That would be nuts.
But no, I mean,
I know he had a C8. Does he have a C8?
Yeah, he has a C8 now.
Damn.
Dude, I like it too.
Must be nice.
Congratulations on
That's good stuff, man. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, those things are beautiful. I like those. I do like the way it's C8.
See, everybody thinks I only like Ford, and I'm like, you are far from wrong. I mean, you are so far out there. I love all cars. Mustangs are just my favorite, but I love all cars.
Oh, he doesn't have one yet. He said it's coming. I'm guessing he has one on order.
No, it's at the dealer. It just needs to be dealer prepped, and they need to install the rear spoiler.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That way you can you and Subline can run.
He said I'll have it by this weekend or early next week. I'm like, dude, I'd be like, why can't you do this tomorrow? Yeah, they can enjoy it before it's put away.
You know, it's funny you should say that. I want to Coyote swap a damn Gen 3 Camaro.
No, just to piss people off, man.
Just to make, because man, a lot of people covet the Gen 3 Camaro, man.
Yep.
Like, I just want to Coyote swap it. I swear to God, I do. If you ever see a picture fly up on my Facebook or anywhere of a Gen 3 Camaro, just know it's getting Coyote swapped.
Oh shit!
Freaking Eagles.
Wait, so what? Are they winning? Are the Eagles winning?
Game's over.
What was it, like 29 or like 17?
Yeah.
God damn, man. Dude, they're killing it.
Dude, Dallas Goedert was playing against me in fantasy. He scored 24 points.
Actually,
nice.
No, against me. Yeah, no bueno.
You play fantasy, Sublime?
Oh, yeah, I got 3 teams.
God damn. Yeah, I could barely keep up with one, man. It's all right. We're gonna have to knock the Eagles off, man. We'll get it taken care of.
Yeah.
So, how many people do you have with you right now, Ken? Is it just you?
Just
and,
It's me, then Chris is in the shop, and then I got the wife in the office.
Okay. Nice. And you're gonna add some bass?
Someone now?
You're gonna add some bass, you said?
Yeah, we're hoping. I was hoping to have it done this year, but it's probably gonna happen beginning of next year. I'm hoping that I'm wanting to add 4 more bays in.
Oh shit.
That'd be nice.
How many bass do you have right now?
Just 2, 1 lift and 1 lift. It's killing me, dude.
Damn.
Dude,
Yeah.
the only thing that helps me survive the way I have is my 11 years as a Fortec with 2 bays, 1 lift, and I run that shop like I ran at the thing.
Dealer. Yeah.
If one car gets stale, you got to move it off. So when I add the bays in, the goal is when a car comes up and it's waiting on something, I don't have to move it. We just move to another one. But that's the goal. We'll see where it goes. And heck, tomorrow I could go in, somebody could piss me off, and I could say the heck with all of it. I don't know.
I mean, I will say that is
on somebody else.
My shop is I got 5 bays, so that's cool.
Dude, if I had 5 bays, oh my Lord, the money I can make.
But see, the 5 bays, that's like 2 bays occupied with the approval process for an engine, which it's a lot of back and forth that takes like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there, man.
More bays, the better. More lifts, the better.
I'm just, man, I love turning wrenches, but I definitely don't love it there. I got to get out of there, and then I'll just do the whole thing on the side, with YouTube and just having fun with it.
Man,
I want to hate it.
I wish I could get back into. I want to get back into doing my YouTube, man. I really do.
Yeah, you're doing it, man.
I'll tell you what. So my wife, Pam, she's sitting right here. So the last 3 days, I've had the Mach 1 at the shop, wanting to do a video, right? I go in with full intentions of doing a video. Well, I get a call from a customer. Then I had to I'll send a quote to the customer, and then I'm out there with Chris, and then I'm logging the car for somebody. Then I'm having to do this, and I'm having to do that, and before long, I'm tired, and I don't even feel like doing a video.
Oh. And then you still got to think about it. Then you still got to get the clips together. You got to edit it. It's a lot, man. I mean, I spend about 2 hours editing, at least.
Yeah. Well, see, for me, and like somebody was talking about, get somebody in there to video, then edit.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I'm a control freak when it comes to my YouTube. Like,
yeah,
I have a bit. Like when I record a video, like I know the way I want that video to turn out.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah, you won't have full control of it if you have somebody else recording, somebody else editing. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you also think, man, how hard is it? Because I love doing install videos, but it is a pain in the ass to, make sure you're getting the right angles, make sure you're recording the right kinds of clips for the video. And then at the same time, you have to think about your install, like what's next. Like, it's a lot, dude. It really is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I could do shop videos, but then you're like, okay, he's putting another turbo kit in. Okay, he's putting another Whipple in. Okay, he's putting another ESS in. Okay, he's replacing this engine. I've seen him replace an engine now 10 times. Like, okay, he's building he's removing the transmission, putting a built trim. Okay, he's doing this. He's doing suspension work. Before long, you'd be like, I'm really tired of seeing him doing the same stuff. So, I mean, to me, it would be stale. You know what I'm saying? So
I would think not necessarily like it would be stale, but the way if you're trying to get back into it, like what I would appreciate on that is like not an install, but more of just like clips of you doing a job, not getting in depth with it, and then you taking it for a cruise and ripping it, or okay, hey, the car's up and running, let's take it for a cruise. Because I mean that's what like It's Just a Six does, after they do their install, they're doing the same shit,
Oh yeah.
Power adder, all right, acting a fool with the car, make sure everything's good, and then repeat. Like that's good stuff. I mean, it's when you're like doing like an in-depth install, that's where it can get very repetitive.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just one of those things, like I've got so many dyno clips of cars, it's not even funny. I could put one video
Really?
together I could put a video together just of dyno clips. But
Damn.
I don't know, man.
See, and I'm looking at that stuff as like gold. Like I'm drooling just hearing about this, this content. Like just because, like, I mean, yeah, I would love to put out some content like that.
But it gets to the point to where, and you get a lot of people that grudge race, and they don't want their cars even on nowhere on social media.
True. That is true too.
So I've got builds that I've done. I can't even mention it. It's just one of those things.
See, and I'm in the issue where like I'm trying to grasp for content. Like there's nothing that goes on in this town, dude. Like it's a boring town. I got to go to a bigger city if I want to do good content or collaborate with people. It's dead here. It's very boring in the car scene. That's why when I was boosted, like I was bored because I was racing people. It was good to get races at first, and then all of a sudden people found out like who I was beating and stuff like that, and then nobody wanted to race me. It's like I had put all this money into this car and nobody wants to race because nobody wants to lose.
Yeah.
And it just got boring. Like I caught myself literally just doing pulls on the highway just solo because I was bored.
I missed my content I made when I first opened my YouTube channel. Like my content, like me and my cars. You know what I mean? Like not customer cars, me and my cars. You know what I mean? That's what I miss making.
No. And you don't have the time now,
Barely. I mean, no, I don't. Like I said, man, I gotta be and as far as alignment machine, yeah, I would make money because I do a lot of suspension stuff. But see, here's the way I look at it. And when you're running a business, you kind of have to look at how much money I can make versus how much money it costs.
Yeah.
Right. And how many alignments it would take to pay off the alignment machine, right?
Yeah, because alignments are like $100.
Yeah. And then, you got to look at that. Or the dealership, there's a couple of techs of the dealership, they know my drag alignment. Like if I want to do a drag alignment on S550, they know all, like they have all those specs for me. And so like they charge me less than what they charge normal customers. What they charge to do alignment, then I charge my customer what they would charge, and I make a few bucks, and I don't have to go in debt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah, because you got to think about an alignment machine too. These things have to be serviced and calibrated like every so often. You have to update them when you get new cars that come out. Like that's just not cheap. And then like if something breaks on those things, those cameras go out. Like that's just expensive.
Yeah, but it depends on the shop though.
Because and I did alignments, when I was at the dealership, I did alignments. So it's something I can do, so.
But see, alignment machines, it depends on the type of shop that you have. If you have a shop that they're coming in for brakes, oil changes, and the basics in alignment, an alignment machine is going to help you find work.
Yep.
But if you're doing suspension work and the final thing is to do an alignment, then it's not making you any money. Just farm that out. But just depends on how you use the alignment machine.
Yep.
Well, like
people automatically, they buy new tires, they're gonna want an alignment.
Yep.
Like Ken's not sitting there doing tires,
No.
Like,
no.
It wouldn't make sense because those machines are expensive.
Like the dyno, so you got the horsepower factory, they got a dyno, and I've been using their dyno. But at the same time, they have to run their business, and I'm at the mercy of them. So at first, I was like, well, I'll just use theirs. But now, I'm spoiled with Daryl because I can tell Daryl, I need 2 cars going to dyno this Friday. And he's like, remote tune? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, just let me know when you're going, right? And then I go, I do my logs, I send them to him, he looks at them, and I can pretty much look at a log and tell you if he's gonna make changes or if it's good to go. I've just done it. So as a tech, doing drivability diagnosing and looking at all these PIDs, I know what they mean. And I've been working with Daryl for so long now that I can look at a log and say something's amiss, or everything's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm still spoiled with Daryl because he's always ready to, knock out the dyno tunes, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got done with a Whipple car, and I went out and logged it, and they're like, "Okay, ready for a wide open throttle." I was like, "Okay, we'll set up a dyno appointment." They're like, today's the 3rd. They cannot get me a dyno tuning session until the 16th.
Shit.
Now, that's like a round robin dyno session. That's like, so that one tuner is actually going to be there when I'm logging, and we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, if I had a dyno, I could strap his car. I had my personal dyno at my shop. I could strap his car to dyno and do the pull. And if they didn't get back to me until hours later or the next day, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Right?
For real.
Exactly. But when I'm going to another person that owns a business using his dyno, he's got to get paid for his dyno time, right?
Yep.
Whereas if it's my shop and I'm doing the build and I'm doing all this stuff, it's not really a big deal to me. You know what I mean? So I've been looking into installing a dyno at the shop.
It'll pay for itself. For
How
sure.
much did it cost?
They're between
Depends.
30 to 50, depending on what you have done and installation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Would you do an in-floor dyno or the one that's raised up like the?
Well, so I talked to a couple people, and they're like, if I do the in-floor dyno, then I have to have a access panel, and then I have to change the brakes out or anything else on the dyno. It's just a lot of hassle. They say a lot of people actually say do the above ground.
I don't know. I would do above ground dyno because those are also like movable too. You can put them wherever you want. You know.
Well, and another thing about it is, so say you have a rack, you're a drive-on rack, and you're strapped down. Say for example, there's an issue with the car. All you have to do is unstrap it from dyno, move it onto the rack, lift it up, and work on it. Versus moving it across the shop to another lift.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to people that have dynos in the shops and getting a feel for what they think. So
is that pumpkin pie, Mark?
Absolutely.
He's ready. He's ready
I want
for
pumpkin pie,
man. I'm a pecan pie
My
guy,
wife
man.
made it for my birthday.
I'm a pecan pie guy.
Oh, that's
What's
great.
your birthday?
Halloween.
Well, happy birthday.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday, man.
Happy belated.
Stacy.
Yes.
Sublime, did you go live yesterday, Sublime?
Yeah.
Is that the days you go live?
No, dude, mine are as random as random gets.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with you, buddy.
I'm gonna do a random live one day, just random.
Man, you know you're gonna have everybody going in there, dude.
No, man.
We haven't heard from you in like forever.
I'm still around, man. It's just
What's up, Fat Boy Fox?
What's up, Fat Boy Fox?
Fat Boy Fox.
91 Mustang said happy birthday.
Thank you. No, but I get it, man. I mean, you put in so many hours at work and you got a family, and I mean, there's only so many hours in a day.
And that's why, like I was saying earlier, I've tried to make this Mach 1 video for the past 3 days, and like I go in with full intentions, ready to do it, and then by the time everything settles down where I can do it, I'm beat, and I'm like, it's gonna show through the video. Like it's gonna show in the video I'm not really into it, and I just rather not, Get down.
I'm telling you, man, you should really look into like a 16, 17, kid that wants a part-time job. Like, dude, that might not be a bad idea.
I don't know. I've thought about it, but then I'm paying somebody and, the film and.
Yeah. Something that you can do yourself, but I mean, man, you seem like you're busy up to your neck,
It could be worth it. So when I used to sell insurance a long time ago, I've had a few different careers. But there was this one girl in the office. Her name was Amanda. Not the brightest, but smart business-wise, but she can sell. So what she did is she hired someone to make all the phone calls to book her appointments. So the rest of us spent half our week booking appointments and then the other half running them. Well, she hired someone to start booking all the appointments for her. She was able to run double the amount of appointments and make twice as much money. But the rest of us didn't want to invest in it because we looked at it as money out of our pocket because making calls, anybody can do that. So I see what you're saying as far as with, well, I could do the videos. But if you don't have time and you could have someone do it cheap, then that's going to keep your doors busy so you can bring on more people and have the money to get more lifts and everything else that you want for the shop. So, I mean, it's something that you can do, yes, but you only got so many hours, so maybe it makes sense to get a college kid in there to do some videos.
I mean, seeing where you were
That's-
going with your YouTube channel, I mean, man, I think it was getting there. It was growing big time. Like it didn't slow down, and then, I mean, clear to what, when you made the decision to do the shop and all that stuff, it had, came to a stop. But your channel could have did some amazing things too.
Well, I look back at my shop, and sometimes I sit back and think, what if when I got the shop, what if I'd have just did like just stayed at the dealership, did the shop just like and just enough work to the shop to pay for the shop, and then use the shop as my personal like to build cars and put them on YouTube, my own cars and race. And I think my YouTube channel might have took off, but at the same time, I gotta look at what's best for my future. YouTube's not gonna be around. YouTube's gonna be eventually be replaced.
Yeah.
I mean,
With
when
the
I was
next,
younger,
hip thing. Yeah.
yeah, you had StreetFire.net way back in the day. We're like, it'll always be around. Now, where is it at?
Yeah.
That's where all the that's where you go upload all your racing videos.
Yeah.
Now
I remember that.
That's a thing of the past. So I mean, I'm not saying YouTube's going to disappear. Like I'm just saying there's bound to be something to come out, and I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
There's always something. There's always changes happening.
Yeah, but I'm gonna start making the content again. I know I say that all the time, but I'm going to. But Mike's Garage. That's why I brought my wife into the office, because there were times I was missing phone calls, missing emails, and I was losing work because of it.
Yeah.
And even with her in the office now, it's still at times we're just like, well, something will slip by, and then I'll see that customer at another. They'll post up there was at another shop. I'm like, dang it! But at the same time, I can't get them all in anyway. There's no way. That's why everybody like, they talk about performance shops that I know, and they're like, you don't. I'm like, it doesn't bother me because they're busy. I'm busy. We can't all do everything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't really look at it like that. But yeah, so I brought the wife in, and bringing the wife in and answering the phone calls and basically screening the phone calls and knowing which ones I need to talk to or which ones just want information, and then looking at all my emails, keeping up with everything. When I order parts, keeping track of what's coming in shipping wise, what's like that's been a great.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't have been able to handle all that.
My
That'd
first
be crazy,
my
dude.
first 6 months, it was all me. I was everything. There was nobody but me at the shop, and let me tell you, that was it was interesting, very interesting. But it was I don't know. I miss it at times because then I didn't need as much work in the shop because I didn't have to make sure that Chris, that he had money. My wife was working at the time, so I didn't, the shop didn't make as much. It wasn't a huge deal, Now the shop is everything, it makes the money for the whole household, so
Yeah.
it gets scary at times, but
I mean, it seems like you're doing well, man.
Dude, that girl said, I'm still on MySpace.
Dude, I wish I had my MySpace password and all that stuff, man.
Was it Tom? Was it Tom that was everybody's friend?
Yeah.
Yep.
He was everybody's friend.
And he
White
sold out,
t-shirt,
man. He
white
had to
t-shirt
sell
and all.
MySpace.
White t-shirt and all. He was
Because I
everybody's
mean,
friend.
MySpace is still around, but isn't it for like music and stuff like that?
I don't know what.
Who
I don't.
knows? Who
That's
knows?
crazy.
But Ken, one thing to think about is the YouTube channel will give you future money, so it's going to make sure that the shop stays full because everybody knows next year is going to be a freaking horrendous recession, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to lose their jobs. It's already starting. There's going to be a lot of companies that go under. So if you could keep building up your rep to where more and more people know about you.
See, that's where I was looking at it as. That's
Yeah.
exactly how I was looking at it. Not
Yeah.
necessarily like to make your money off YouTube, but more of
It's
free
advertising.
It's free advertising.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's kind of what I've used it for. If people can't tell.
Yeah, that's why
Right.
I was like, if you were more consistent with it, like you're just gonna get bigger and bigger and known, for what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already in what 16 states. Just imagine if you would have still been going, from the moment you got into the shop and still kept going with YouTube. I mean, because that's how everybody found. I mean, that's how we found you. Was YouTube.
I've got to get back on it, man. I know I do, and I really, when I first opened the YouTube channel, I had a mentality. It was 3 videos a week, no matter
God
what.
damn! So that's what happened. You burned yourself out. Holy shit!
It was 3 videos a week, no matter what. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was uploading videos. Dude, you go back to my old videos and you can see me grasping for content. Like I was making, I would find something to talk about. I'd jump in the car, I'd go, I'd record it, and I'd edit it and I'd put it out. People enjoyed it, so I just like, okay, but now it's just, I don't know.
Oh damn! Guess that's a good game. See, and I'll tell you, that's the one thing that I haven't done with my channel, which is because I'm at that point. Like I said, there's nothing going on in this damn town. There's nothing to do. So that's the target that I haven't done with this channel. Is just jumping in the car and just talking about car news. Like the S650 drop, and I wasn't the one grabbing the camera, trying to talk about it. I haven't done content like that. All my content is racing, installing parts, reviewing parts, and stuff like that. Like the next mod on my car. And that's what I need to do. I need to start, throwing out that kind of content, because that's what my channel is honestly missing.
Well, when I started watching YouTube, and what gets me to watch a channel is when there's a story there. There's something there. There's something I can watch. It's like everybody's asked me, what's my thought on the S650, right?
Yeah.
And enough people's asked me that I probably should make a video on it, right? But here's my thing. I don't know enough about the car. There's not enough information out there.
Yeah, really.
And I'm like, I just be guessing in the wind, and it's I don't know exactly what's gonna what's gonna be.
Or
I
you'll
haven't
be piggybacking off of somebody else that you just
and
put a video before you,
Yeah, and I can't do it, man. I've got to the point to where I'll talk about what I know. I don't know enough about the S650 yet. I know,
and that's because you're cutting. This is coming from a tech that worked at Ford, These other people, they didn't work at Ford. They don't know really the in depth with the suspension or the Coyote motor. They're talking about it, but they're taking stuff that they've heard from somebody else.
Yeah. Well, what kills me more than anything, and you'll know exactly where I'm coming from here, Primo, is when somebody that's never wrenched on a car professionally, never been a tech, trying to talk tech talk about something that somebody installed on their car.
Yeah. See,
I'm like, stop.
Yep.
Like, you stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You know what I mean?
And this is the one thing that this is what made me start doing this channel, because it was like, well, I see these guys doing this and they don't even turn a wrench on their car. and they're doing very well for YouTube. I'm like, well, why? I'm gonna buy this stuff for my car regardless. I'm gonna put it on myself regardless.
Mhm.
Why not pick up a camera or pick up the phone and record it, talk about it, put it out on my channel and see where it goes? Because I'm the one doing this work. So I don't know. I would think that the appreciation would come more from people when you're the one doing that stuff.
It don't.
It doesn't work that way. It's weird.
No.
Like YouTube does not work that way, and it's the weirdest thing. I honestly thought like, yeah, my channel's gonna like do so well because like I'm doing all this work by myself, and nah, it doesn't work that way.
But you can do Primo. You can do all kinds of video. Both you guys have tons of content that you could throw out there. So like Primo, you could talk about you're driving your car, talking about the cars of the week that you worked on and what kind of issues and what you learned and the crazy.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, you can talk about Ken when you were a Ford tech and what that was like. You could talk about what superchargers you like. You've installed different ones, which ones you like, why you like them, what are some of the pitfalls to installing it. You could do that while driving home and just do a video just talking about whatever.
And that's actually like what I'm talking about. Like that's the content you're gonna start seeing sprinkled into my channel because I don't have videos like that. So like that's kind of where I'm getting at. Like I've had the 800 wheel horsepower boosted Mustang, and now I have a Mustang on airbags, and it's like, that's stuff that I could talk go boost or go airbag. Like, what's the difference between a race car and a show car? So you're gonna start seeing videos like that on my channel. Being that I'm doing both. I've which one do I prefer? Blah blah blah, stuff like that. I'm gonna start doing videos like that, just because like the content's there.
Sabino,
I feel like I'm just grasping for content.
Yeah.
And I'm more of like, man, let's do an install. Let's go to the track. But all that stuff
you don't
costs
have to,
money.
Right. It costs money and it takes way too much time and a ton of editing. But if you're talking in your car, blip, turn the camera on, blip. Then you bring it home, you edit the beginning and the end to make sure it lines up from instant start, put on your intro, upload, send. That's it.
See, and that's definitely where I got at. You know what? Like if the video doesn't hit, my usual subscribers are gonna watch this video and they're gonna hit the like button, they're gonna appreciate it. Like, yeah, that's kind of where I've gotten. You're gonna see videos like that on the channel for sure.
Like Sabino had a very valid point. He said, I miss when Ken's track videos. Sabino, I will tell you this much, man. I miss shooting those drag strip videos. I miss anything. And I've got some drag footage, just not of me and my car. I've got customers' cars. I've got a lot of footage just sitting on standby. It's just that I got to get the motivation back for the YouTube, and I've got to get it. I'm going to. I would, honestly, I'd love to drag race, but it's
expensive.
I tell you a channel to go watch. If you're not already watching Street Racing Channel, go watch it.
That's what it's called, Street Racing Channel?
That's the name of the channel. Go watch it. Billy, man, I'm telling you right now, go watch that channel. Because I kicked myself. I didn't start watching that channel until a little while back. I mean, it's basically maybe 2 months ago. And I like the channel so much that I have went back and watched all. I'll if I'm like got a free minute, I'll watch one of their videos. Nice. And what gets me was I wanted to do what they're doing, and I didn't think it was possible. I wanted to drag race and film it, and then lead into my YouTube channel, and that's all I would do. I never thought that it would work, but it's working for them, and I'm like, I kick myself square in the butt for not doing it.
So that's literally all this channel is just at the drag strip?
They build their own cars and go race them.
That's awesome, man.
They're awesome. Yeah, you got the dad, you got the brother, you got Billy, it's an awesome channel.
That's pretty cool.
When I get to North Carolina with having so many tracks by me, I'm just going to go there, record one drag race after another. Here's my short, and throw one freaking one after another.
See,
Yeah.
and those hit, dude. Those hit
Yeah,
because
but they don't make
because
money.
you got to think like these people don't have like a long, like expansion of their. I mean, their what's the word I'm trying to say? Their
attention span.
attention. Yeah, it's like terrible. So like that's where these shorts like hit, dude. Like,
Dude,
and they do very well.
Street Racing Channel will put out a video an hour and a half long, right? And if I sit down and start watching that video, I will watch the whole hour. I will watch the whole damn video.
Holy shit, for real?
I mean, and it's not they're not like, hey guys, check this out. What I like about them is they're more really like me. Like I'm not pretending to be. I'm just being me, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some might think it's dry, some might think it's boring, some might think it's this, but
It's
I
you,
really see it as somebody showing who they are, giving the real them. Like my channel. The compliment I like the best is when somebody meets me and they're like, dude, you're just like you are on the videos. I'm like, yes, thank you. Thank you.
That's a hell of a compliment.
All I want to be. All I want to be is genuine. That is it.
Yeah.
And so that's my biggest compliment when somebody says you're just like you are on your video. I'm like, dude, yes, because that's what I want to be. But so that's what they are. They're just like laid back. The old man, his dad has his own channel. God, that man will teach you some carburetor stuff, man. I just watch his channel and just listen. Like it's an awesome. And then you got Gen 2 Garage, which is his brother. You got Street Racing Channel, which is Billy, and then you got Old Man's Garage, which is her dad. And dude, awesome channel.
I'll check it out. I like watching drag strip videos.
But I got to get back to the drag strip. Man, it's killing me. I'm planning on going. What's today? Thursday. So I plan on going to drag strip tomorrow night. Customer's truck's gonna be up there. My car, my slow S197 is gonna be there. So
how far are you from the drag strip? Like where?
Dude,
what's the distance?
If I told you, you'd be mad that I don't make more content.
I'm probably gonna get mad because that's what I'm like getting at.
Dude, I'm like 10 minutes. Drag strip is like 10 minutes from my house.
You have like gold? You're like sitting on gold mine with everything you have.
Man, you know the big problem is, like, everybody would ask me, like, Ken, why do you only go to like show your like times? Nobody, like, when my car hits the drag strip, for some reason the street cars around here didn't want to race me.
Really? Oh, because of that?
They were scared that if they lost, that they'd be on YouTube.
Oh, well,
that's the only thing I can figure out. That's the only thing I can figure out, because nobody wants. So it's boring. Nobody wants to race me, right?
Yep.
So it's like I'm hoping when I pull the S197 out Friday night, since it's naturally aspirated just on E85, it's probably a 7.5, 7.7 car.
Yeah, you get some races in.
I'm hoping that people like come up to me and want to race me, and I don't care if they beat me. I really don't care. It's content.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what I used to tell people. Like, will you race somebody? I was like, yeah, I don't care if I lose. It's content.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I have a video where I raced the Cadillac CTSV. I mean, and it's not drag strip racing, but so in this video, well, before this video even happened, so we pulled up to a car meet, and a guy I knew comes up to me. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "You want to run tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Who's trying to run? He's like, "Well, my buddy in his CTSV wants to run." Okay, where's he from? He told me some little out of town. Okay, cool. Like, didn't ask what's done to the car. Didn't ask anything. Yeah, that's cool. Just hit me up whenever. All right. I go sit down and eat somewhere, and he texts me. He's like, "Hey, you still want to run tonight?" So yeah, that's cool. Just meet me at this parking lot. Blah 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 blah. All right, we pull up. I just pull up, shake the guy's hand. Didn't ask him, "Hey, what's done to the car?" Nothing like that. I see he's on a drag setup and stuff like that. I was like, all right. Hey, I was like, hey, it's it's cool. You're gonna be on camera. I blur out the plates and all that good stuff. He's like, yeah, that's cool. I go, get a walk around of the car, blah blah blah. All right, let's go. We go out and we race it. Don't ask no questions, man. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. Like, hey, this is content for me. This is what I do it for.
Yep.
Like, I don't care what's done to your car. Like, if you think your car can handle, the power, cool. Let's get it. Like I'm not scared to lose.
Oh hell no. Oh yeah. So the silver. So the C6ZR1 that was actually white. I think it was white. I know that guy actually had a fit when I threw that video up.
So wait, so you got a video where you beat him in a race?
Well, what happened was, here's what happened, and here's what I think happened. Right? So he won't admit it. So he pulls up. There's a spot open in front of me, a spot open behind me, and he pulls up next to me. He revs it up. We sitting there. We know each other. We're going back and forth. Just I'm like, man, I'm at her test. I was in my white GT500, and he's got a C6ZR1.
That's the one that Stupid just commented about, right?
Yeah. So we're sitting there. Well, he's revving up on the line, right? Like he's revving up, getting ready to go. The light comes down, boom, 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 and I take off, right? Well, he sits there for a second, and then he leaves.
What?
And then, like, he couldn't catch me.
He's trying to give you the hit?
I think what he was trying to do is, I think he was trying to leave late and chase me down so it'd be on video, right?
Thinking
But
that
the thing about it is,
get it.
my GT500 was faster than what people thought it was. I couldn't launch it because I didn't have the setup with the correct tire to be able to pull it out of the hole really, really hard. But once it got going, it was gone. It was gone, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't the fastest thing, but it ran 7. I could run 7.2s in it with a lazy 60 foot.
Yeah.
So
he was being cocky, thinking,
that's what I
I'll
think.
get him.
That's what I think. So I put the video out. Now I didn't mislead in the video. Like, I made sure I had like 3 different angles. I made sure to show that he did not leave when I left. Because I could have just did the video where he's revving up, and then we take off.
Edit it, make it look pretty.
And then I shoot to the end. I shoot to the end where I'm gapping them, and nobody would have known. I made sure to shoot all. I put all angles like out there. But man, he calls me up. He's like, man, I can't get a race. Everybody's laughing at me because I lost to a Pulley GT500, and I'm like, dude, because I had the video titled, and the video was like it was flying, dude. And I changed the name of the title to appease him, and when I did, my video died. I was like, nabbit. But he was revving up and he didn't go. I was like,
that's kind of on you, man. Like, what
Yeah.
he was being cocky. He's like, I'm gonna give him the hit, and then
I honestly feel like he was gonna give me the hit and chase me down, but he couldn't chase me down. I honestly feel that's what happened.
That's his fault for being cocky, man.
But the windshield was dirty. Oh, stupid fast truck. Man, I would clean that windshield. That damn thing wanted to fog up. He's making fun of my windshield, man. So the thing was, I live in the South, and I drive to the drag strip, and it's back roads, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's out there? Bugs, right? Oh, my God. I get pelted all the way into the drag strip, and I do the windshield wiper, try to clean it. It's just never.
Dude, that's me. The drag strip's 2 hours away. 2 or 2.5 hours away from me. So, like, by the time I get there, I got bugs everywhere.
That sucks though, because what happens if you break down and you're basically done at the track?
Yeah, well, that's why I street race, because, dude, that's expensive. I'd have to get it. Okay, when I was on 93, I drove to the drag strip. Once I went E85, I never went to the drag strip. I had it lined up that I was going to get a trailer and take it on E85 because I was either going to snap a factory axle or the motor's going to blow or something's going to happen. I was pushing over 800 wheel horsepower at that time. So, like, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to a drag strip. Like, I need a trailer. And I just never got around to it. And then I told the car, like, it happens. But that's how it goes.
Exactly. Stupid fast truck, you'll be happy. The Mach 1 is manual and it's staying manual. So you'll be happy with that. I will be running it. It's not fast, but it's enjoyable.
That's what I was gonna say. If it's a manual, it's enjoyable. I have a Mazda C3 out there that I just have fun with, and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I had the 04 Mach 1 back in the day, and when I got in this one and I got on it and the shaker moved, and it was just like I was taken back. And it's a manual, and I was like, you know what? It's not fast, but it's fun. So my thing was, I always try to take one car and make it everything. Make it my fun street car, make it the drag strip car, and that's where my problem lied. Was
Because you can't have the best of all worlds.
exactly. So the
You
Mach
cannot have-
1, the Mach 1 is my street car. It's my car that it doesn't have to be stupid fast. It just needs to be manual and enjoyable, right? That's just basically it. Then I've got my 11, which I'm planning on building for the drag strip, or I have thought about making the Fox the drag strip. I'm flirting with it. I don't know.
So what would you you'd leave the 302 in the Fox or what?
I'd want to say push rod. And I think people want to see Coyote stuff, so that's where the 11 comes in.
Okay.
I think the Focus would win, Pinks.
Wait, but the 11, that's a 4.6.
I will guarantee you, if you bring that Focus to the drag strip, I will throw a 150 shot on that Mach 1. If it blows, I don't give a shit. I'm not losing.
I think he still might beat you because Pinks is putting out 400 to the wheels.
150 on that Mach 1 will fly.
Yeah. Once you get the Mach 1 up to 450 horsepower, that's all that you need. You don't need much more than that. That thing flies because it's light.
Yep. But Pink, I'll still run you, brother. I'm just messing with you. But shoot, I'm gonna look. I got a customer's truck, so this gonna be funny. So the customer's F-150, right? It's been 740s, and we just built it. We built the trans in it. It's a crew cab F-150.
So all-wheel drive.
Yep, crew cab F-150, Whipple.
Nice.
We got a fuel system, and then we built the transmission. So it'll go at least a 740. We know that for sure. But I plan on I'm gonna try to get a run in my S197 against him. I want to lose, but it's just gonna be funny. You know what I mean? Like a crew cab beating the damn Mustang.
Nah, man. But have you seen the transition? Everybody was wanting S550s, and all of a sudden this big wave came where everybody wanted, a two-door short bed F-150 all-wheel drive.
Dude,
I mean, they're beautiful, man.
They're nice.
They're beautiful trucks.
Ken, let me ask you a question.
And they're dig monsters, man.
On Ford Performance vehicles, does Ford Performance do the tuning or does Ford?
It's the same thing. I mean, it's just the team is Ford Performance.
Yeah.
Would they? We'll see. But Ford Performance people wouldn't be the same people that tune a freaking Ford Escape. I'm assuming, right?
Well, I mean, you have different calibrators. I mean, you have different people. So
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's still initially Ford cutting Ford checks.
Let me ask you this question: when the S650s come out, are they going to look at the S550s as being old and classify it the way that the S197s and the new Edges and everything else that the S550 people currently look at as being old?
No, because the S550 and the S650 still have a 5.0.
Well, so does that.
I'm just curious what if they're going to look at the S550. Oh, that's old, and then just look at just the shiny new and just kind of
Well, see, here's the thing: if you build your channel around shiny new cars, then you have to keep shiny new cars.
Yep, you got to keep it up. The next one.
Oh, when I drop this video on this Mach 1, I'll have people don't give a dang. I don't really care. And here's the thing. I wasn't going to put out a video with the Mach 1, right? But I remembered why I started the channel, to share my passion.
There you go.
I love all cars. And in the video, I might even say, it might ruffle some feathers, but I might even say, guys, I'm not the guy that come out and all of a sudden jumped on the Mustang bandwagon because of what the Coyote could do. Yep. I was around the Mustangs when the Mustangs were when the Camaro was the king over the Mustang. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they were LS swapping everything.
And I still like the Mustang. So, I've been around through it all. So, I mean, I can enjoy Mustang even if it doesn't have a Coyote in it. It's just is what it is.
And that's kind of where I was at with it. man, like my mindset was on, try to get the S650, be a small channel and be one of the first to put out, one of the first small channels to put out content on the S650. And I'm like, dude, it's not growing on me. I don't like it. Like it's too bulky. It's like, I don't know, something about this car. I just do not like it. It's not like, wow, I need that car, And I like my 2022. Like, I don't know, man. I just want to boost my 2022 and kind of just keep going with that.
I just kind of remember with what you were saying, Ken, looking back then, you were saying that you're with Mustangs even when they were slow. I remember, they were being beat. And then all of a sudden, the 0304 Cobra came out.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
Oh, bro.
we can mod the hell out of this thing. And then all of a sudden, it was a terror on the street that everybody was scared of.
Yeah, the 03.
Dude, those Terminators? Oh my God, those are beautiful cars, man.
I got rid of my 03 Cobra and
Why would you do that?
Myself square and man, but you know what? If I would have kept the 03 Cobra, my YouTube channel wouldn't be what it is today. So there you go.
Oh no, man. Those things have not lost like interest or value, man.
Man,
I don't know. Those are beautiful cars. If I could get my hands on one of those, I've been.
Oh, I would, if I could ever pull it off and make enough money to do this, because this would just be a piece of art at that point. Get an 04 Cobra with dealer prep still on it. One of those ones that was just tucked away, and you just open up the garage and just look at it.
I think there was one like that recently around that somebody paid like a pretty good decent amount. It was on somebody's YouTube channel. But yeah, it was Cobra pretty much still in the dealer wrap and all that stuff. It was at a museum, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably
and they bought
$100K.
it. And they bought it.
Left.
And they bought it. I think Sublime.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he leave for?
He hasn't been talking for a minute.
Yeah.
He was watching the game.
Oh, yeah, those 03, 04s, man, beautiful cars.
Well, see, after I bought the Mach 1, a guy I know threw up his 03 Cobra for sale.
Shut up. Damn.
Yeah. And
how much was he wanting, though?
Well, the thing about it is the Mach 1's Oxford White, and I love Oxford White on a Cobra or a Mach 1. I absolutely love it.
With black accents? Color. Yeah, hell yeah.
White's the rarest color out of all of them.
And so I was able to get a hold of one. And then the 03 Cobra is zinc yellow, which is not now the screaming yellow in 04, loved it. The zinc yellow in 03, I'm like, it's not my favorite.
So what, is it more of like a kind of oranges, like orange?
It's more of it's more like a dull yellow. Like the screaming yellow was like a bright, vibrant yellow that looked good, that I thought looked good. The zinc yellow, I mean, it looks good. Because, I mean, let's face it, the 03 Cobra, they all look good.
Yeah.
04 Cobra, they all look good. But
how much and how many miles?
For what? The Cobra?
Yeah.
It's 78,000 miles. He wants $22,000 for it.
Damn.
That ain't bad.
It's a good car too.
It's
Stegmeyer ported. It made over 550 to the wheel. Stegmeyer ported, blower.
See, I'd pay that if it wasn't touched.
It's not been like it's a nice car.
Okay.
Especially right now with the price of the 03 Cobras. Look, back in 2000 and was it 15 or 16? I bought my 15 when I bought my Cobra. I paid $16,000 and it had 50-something thousand miles on it. Satin silver 03 Cobra. And I sold it for 17 like a year and a half later.
Damn.
Now that car is 24, 23, 24.
Yep.
So I mean,
that's great.
It's Tremec T56, 6-speed.
What's that?
Oh, he was asking what transmission came in it.
The Cobras.
Yeah.
Yeah, T56, 6 speed. Yep, 10 spline. You would break the input shaft and have to change out their 26 spline input shaft, but yeah.
Besides that, it was pretty much bulletproof.
Yep.
It's a good
That
amount.
car was just, and I had one, and I don't know what, I like I bought the 12500, right? So the 12500 was another one that people were like, why did you get rid of a 2012 GT? Like, I own cars that people just, but when you own one and you own it for a while, you're like, okay, now what? My thing with the 12500 was I was about to take it to stupid land, and it was a 12500, and I didn't want, it was a GT 500, and I didn't want to take it there.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to stop. So yeah, looking back on it, I should have just stopped. Left it alone, drive it, run it, be done with it. I should have.
I'm happy with mine, the way I got mine built. I overbuilt the hell out of it, way more than it should have been for how low a horsepower that I'm doing, but I could take it anywhere. I could drive it on the highway, and I could literally beat the piss out of it, and it will just hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So how many cars would you say you own, Ken?
I've owned 25 Mustangs.
Holy shit.
That's just Mustangs.
What the hell? That's wild.
Actually 26 now. The Mach 1 makes 26.
Holy
Nice.
shit. And so it's so like, I mean, is this like on purpose? Is like, I mean,
well,
you just like get bored? Like, well, I mean,
well, okay. So
you just come around like a good deal, like where you just happen to like, okay, well, I can't say no, I'm gonna sell it, and then.
Well, I worked at a dealership, so I would have cars coming in and out. It made it really easy to grab a hold of cars, right?
Yeah.
So, like the 04 Mach 1, my dark shadow gray that I had back today, 04 Mach 1 came into the dealership. I snatched it up, right? The 03 Cobra, I actually lucked up upon it, and I was able to buy it. But when you like several, like it's not just one car you like several cars, but you can't afford to own them all. So you're like,
so you can do it one at a time.
Yeah, exactly. So you own one, and you like, I've enjoyed this car for over a year. You know what I'm saying? I've enjoyed this car for over a year. Okay, I want to own something different. You know what I mean? And so that's where the Cobras and the 500s leaving me. Now I'm kind of going back and trying to get like the Mach 1. I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up. I don't really care. I don't have to do nothing stupid with it and stuff like that. But yeah.
But if somebody came to you with like a decent offer,
No,
something a little better than what?
No.
So you're kind of settling down. You're kind of
the
just
Mach
getting more
1,
cars that you.
Well, I'll say it's the Mach 1 and the Fox are not for sale.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
everything else is on the chopping block. The Mach 1 and the Fox are on.
We'll hit you up in about 5 months, 6 months. See where you're at with that.
But now, don't get me wrong. Money comes.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, okay, well, not ridiculous money, but like a better deal than what you got. You might pocket a couple of grand extra. No?
Do I now?
You wouldn't sell it pocket a couple of grand extra?
A couple grand doesn't move a car for me. It has to be quite a bit more.
But if you keep a car for a very long time, it just changes how that you look at it.
Yeah.
Like if you have a car for 20 years, it's a whole different attachment than having a really nice car that you enjoy and you cut it loose in 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, when I bought the Fox, that was my very first Mustang that I owned. No, that actually does not include the white, the SN95 white turd that I had.
So, are you going to do purple on the Fox? Did you decide?
Man,
you better.
I think the purple would be great.
Like a midnight purple.
Yeah, I don't know.
Killer flake in it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure with the Fox. I know I'm bringing it back. I just don't know. And I have, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was like, I'm wanting to build this S197, but man, it's heavy too when it comes to like drag racing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to buy me an SN95, something different, and fix it up for drag racing. And then the guy was like, well, you got a Fox body. I was like, yes, but I was like, and see, it's kind of like, I was like, man, I don't really want, I don't know.
You're very indecisive.
Well, man, dude, it's not that. I have a lot of deals thrown at me. Like, I can literally be sitting there. Okay, so the story with this Mach 1 was I tried to buy this Mach 1 before I bought the 06. The guy wouldn't sell it. So I wouldn't even bought the 06 if I'd have got this. So the 06 is getting sold. Like, it's done. It's a done deal. Unless the guy backs out, it's a done deal.
Nice.
The 11, I'm kind of stuck with. I've had plenty of offers to sell the 11, but I think the 11 is the perfect vehicle to do what I want to do with.
Drag strip.
Yeah, more
race
of a
car. Race car.
Yeah,
definitely a race car.
Yeah,
you just got to shed some weight on it.
It's not as heavy as the S550, which is a plus.
Yeah. What? So what? The S550 is probably like what 3,900.
Yeah.
And what's the S197?
I think 35, 36.
Really? Like holy shit! Because they look a lot bulkier. That's crazy.
They're not as heavy as the S550. But then, so primary example. So I've got my mind kind of set. I'm building the 11, right? Well, then I got a shop in Houston that has a 16 roller for sale. That's already got a cage in it.
Oh shit!
And he keeps hitting me up like, you want to buy this thing? I'm like, I'm like,
I don't, but I mean, I will.
Yeah, I don't, but
what can you get the weight down to on an S550? I mean, what
about
can you
30? About 30. If you really want to get crazy, 32 is about where you're going to end up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about this thing is 10 can, dude.
In the Mach 1, you can get that down to about 2,800. If
I wanted to strip it.
Yeah.
The Mach 1, it's not a car I want to make it. If I want to build a drag car, I don't really want to start out with a GT500, a Cobra, or a Mach 1.
Yeah, those are collector's cars, man.
I really want to start out with a GT or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like the 11. Everybody's like, well, the 11's so nice. I'm like, granted, my 11 is clean. I love that car. It's a clean car. But I can go and buy 20.
Well, you can find an 11. Yeah.
I can go buy 20 more clean 11s tomorrow. I'm not going to go and buy 20 more clean Mach 1s, 20 more clean Cobras, or 20 more clean 500s.
And the 12 and the 13 and 14s were the better model anyways.
Shut your mouth.
The white Mach 1s, the Oxford white, and I'm trying to remember, there are like 200 or 300 of those made per year, right?
I can't remember the numbers on them. They don't
look it up. It was the rarest.
They didn't. The Oxford white was the rarest in the Mach 1s.
All right, guys. My battery on my laptop's probably gonna die, so if I cut out, I'm sorry.
Well, we understand.
But yeah, it's like I'd definitely do the 11 race car. That honestly sounds pretty perfect.
And Mike, I don't know unless you can look it up. They didn't keep numbers. Well, I mean, I know they kept numbers, but the 03, the Cobras were the easiest to find the numbers for.
So I found on the 04, the white was the rarest, 697 total.
Holy shit.
179 auto, 512 manual. So
wait, on the what? What is that?
On the white ones, the Mach 1s, but that's 2004, so you probably figure 03 is similar. So there's probably
mine's an 04.
Okay. So of the 04s, there's only 512 Oxford whites that are stick shift.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so hey, look up real quick. Look up satin silver Cobras. 03 Cobras. And I had one of these.
Oh, yours was silver?
Satin silver. They only made satin silver half a year in 03, and they went to silver metallic the rest of the year in 04.
Yeah, I've got the numbers. I'm pulling them up right now. Dude. It was 242 of them.
Yep. I owned one of them, and my dumb self sold it.
And then convertibles, there were 81.
Yep.
So coupes, there were 242. Convertibles, 81. So if it was a vert, that would have been almost the rarest one. The rarest of all of them is actually the 2004 Comp Orange.
Yep.
Yeah, 72 of them.
Do you know there's a guy?
What was the coupe though?
There was a guy that lived in Tennessee, in Jackson, that owned a Comp Orange 04 vert.
Damn.
Dude,
So
and he sold it. And I'm like, oh my God, no.
That's nuts. That's
I'm
nuts.
like,
So coupes, there were 281, and then convertible 72.
yeah, so most people that know the Cobra numbers, when I say I had a satin silver Cobra, 03 Cobra, and got rid of it, they're like, why? There's only like 240 something made. I'm like, oh, I know.
Yep.
It's like a matte black, ain't it? The color of your stripes on the Mach 1?
Black. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a matte black. Yeah.
And then the taillights and headlights
Mystics,
are black.
yeah. How many Mystics, dude?
I'd have to pull it back. There were a lot more Mystics than there were.
I thought Mystic came out in like the 0102.
They were.
So they weren't on
the. I thought they weren't
Cobra,
supercharged,
but they were on the 04. But then they were also on earlier.
Yeah,
years.
like the 01 or the 02.
The 98 had it. I know in 98 they had it.
Right.
I could have sworn I saw the Cobra that wasn't supercharged. Like it wasn't a Terminator.
Correct.
Yeah. That would be 96. I think it was 97 or 98. I know it was 98, but I don't know if they did it in 97 or not.
So between on the 04 Cobra for the Mystachrome, between coupe and convertible, there were total just a little over 1,000.
Damn, that's quite a few.
Yep.
Either way, 03s to 04s were kings, man.
So 512, there was 500. So 512 Oxford White Mach 1s and 04.
Yeah.
Manuals. Okay.
For the 04s,
Yeah.
I think Sabino. Yeah, if I had a Terminator, yeah, I would not have got rid of that car.
I've never had one. I've
they were
always
just
wanted
like
one.
ahead of their times, man. Like those things were.
Man, I tell you what, when you, I regret selling mine. I'm like, everybody asks me like, what's the one car? I'm like, those are like, that's the one car I should never have sold. When you get behind the wheel of that thing and you let it rip, especially when you still have the eating on there and it's pulling down and it's just screaming.
Yep.
It's screaming, man, and you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny story. When I was looking at my Mach 1s, it was my 29th birthday present to myself. And there was a black convertible Cobra next to the blue Mach 1. And I wanted to get the Cobra, but the price was just too high. I couldn't afford it. I looked at the Mach 1. I'm like, this will work. And fell in love with the car and had it. I had the car its entire life. But I always wanted to have a Cobra. So then I took my Mach 1, needed to auto swap it due to arthritis in my foot, auto swapped it, and then basically turned the car into a Cobra anyway. So that's why it's got the Port Dayton supercharger, the built engine, and everything else. So I finally got my Cobra in the way I just kind of built it.
Nice.
Yeah. The good thing about the Mach 1s is that if you want to eat and swap them, you can get all the parts and then eat and swap them. Then any blower that fits an 0304 Cobra will fit the Mach 1.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Same
crazy.
Heads. Got the C heads on both of them.
Yep, C heads are on
shit.
both of them. They had
I just thought it was a GT with the freaking. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why I
With the
think
shaker.
Ford. That's why I thought that Ford missed the chance. Because see, in the 0304 Mach 1, it was the same heads as same heads as a Cobra, but they just didn't have the forged internals, right? And they were higher compression.
Oh no shit.
They were higher compression, but not supercharged. And
So
that's
just to
why I
keep them
said
in
when
A,
they
that's
made
crazy.
exactly. That's why I said when they made the Mach 1, they missed it. They should have did a 5.2, not the flat plane like the GT350. Did a 5.2 cross plane with like 11-to-1 compression, and the good head, the same heads are on the Predator, all that, just up the compression, 5.2 up the compression, and did a Cobra Jet intake manifold on it. And then
Oh, that thing would have been nasty.
that would have been the car, that would have been the Mach 1 that I wanted to see.
That would have been nasty.
I think the Mach 1 has always been slightly better than a GT, but never stood out that much. You look at the one that you have right there. Yeah, it's got the 4-valve on it, but it wasn't the Terminator engine, because essentially Scott Hogue asked Coletti, "Hey, can I get the engine that was supposed to go into the 2002 Cobra since you're doing this other engine?" And Coletti said, "Okay."
Yep.
But it was the Cobras always had to be the best. It was everything else was going to be underneath. So that's why, like the 0304 Mach 1 never got the forged internals, never got, anything super fancy, because it always had to stay a step behind.
Yep. But it was what would have been the 02 Cobra.
Correct. It was what the 2002 Cobra. Some people say, well, it was the 2001 engine that it got. No, because it had the C heads, and it had the same cams as the 0304 Cobra. So it was that the heads that were taken off the Aviator project, and what was in the Marauders as well.
Yeah. So I mean, the Mach 1 got a lot, and I mean, I like the Mach 1. It's like ready to go. I mean, I could take that motor out and build and put forged internals in it, and put it back in, throw a blower on it, and then do whatever I wanted to do with it. And I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying not right now.
Yeah. To be honest, the pistons in it weren't that bad. You could do a decent amount of boost to it. Just switch the rods out, and you could probably still get 550, maybe 600 to the wheels, and the pistons would probably hold up as long as you don't detonate. Because you look at those, like the Coyote engine, those aren't forged pistons.
No,
they're just the hyper pistons, which is the same that was in the Mach 1. Granted, the Coyotes is a better design, but still, they proved as long as you don't detonate, you can throw boost at it and it'll hold up pretty well.
Yeah, well, the Gen 2 and the Gen 3, they do have forged rods in them, so that's what helps the thing. But the thing about the Coyote is you got wide bands from the factory, so like the computer setup that's in the Mach 1 is on the Cobras, right? You didn't have on the fly fueling and timing changes at wide open throttle. Whatever the tune does is what it does. So if you don't have good fuel in it, you're just gonna detonate and you're done, right?
Well, you had two knock sensors on the Mach 1. The Cobra didn't have them.
Yeah, the Cobra didn't.
But it was like a first gen design, so they really didn't work that well. But it to a degree it would compensate, but not nearly. I mean, it's not like you could put 87 octane in and the computer's going to adjust or something.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing about the Coyote is it will adjust fueling on the fly, wide open throttle.
Wow.
Fueling and timing on the fly. That's why it's so. That's in the twin independent variable cam time, and that's why you can throw the boost at it, and it can do so well, is because You know, if you have a really good tune in it and you have good fuel, it's for the most part, it's going to do what it needs to do.
You should be able to, Mike. I know you could put Coyote rods in a 4.6. I mean, it's the same size rods.
Yeah, you can put the crank and the rods in one.
But that would be a different firing order, though.
I think you can put the crank. I know you can put the rods in them.
You could do the rods, but the Coyote and the 4.6 have a different
No,
firing
you
order.
wouldn't be able to put the crank in one.
Yeah.
No.
But I like the 4.6 better in some ways, even though the Coyote is a better engine. I like the firing order of the 4.6. The exhaust sounds so much better than the Coyote's exhaust, the note of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably noticed in your Mach 1 taking it out, you're like, oh, yeah, instead of Flowmasters, this thing sounds great.
Mine's got Mac on there right now.
Oh, you got Max on it? Oh,
Yeah.
man, I missed listening to those things, especially the, what was it, the Pro Chamber X pipe that was on it, or H pipe. It had like that chamber, and it just had a really nice tone to it.
I don't have the Pro Chamber, the Mac. I don't have the Mac H. I've got the Mac Catback on it, but it sounds really good, and it's just that I mean, it's a totally different sound than the Coyote.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it sounds better than the Coyote. I'm not a fan of the Coyote exhaust note. I think it sounds very high pitched, tinny, and I hear someone with loud Coyote exhaust, and I just cringe as it goes by.
Man, I tell you what, man, cars will come to my shop and they're just like this obnoxiously loud car, and I'm just like, why? Like it starts up and it like just. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just got that sound to it. God bless it. Don't get me wrong, I love loud exhaust, but the Coyotes is a certain way.
I like medium loudness. I don't like super loud, but I like medium. But I want a very clear, distinct tone to it.
Yep.
I don't want it to be muffled. I want to hear the rawness of it, but I don't want it super loud to where you're just advertising when you're driving around, not even on it, and everybody's like, I don't want that much attention. I want attention when I get on it, but not to where it's always loud. I don't know. What's up, Joe?
Yeah, you realize we lost our host.
I know. A couple minutes ago. Remember he said that his phone was going to die?
Hey, let's say his laptop's going to die. I keep hoping he'll jump back in with his phone.
Okay, it was his laptop that died. All right.
Yeah. But no, I mean the like you said, the Mach 1 and the Cobras, and they just have that distinct sound. But now I will say this, like because I've seen it with Coyote Swap Foxes. If you take a Coyote Swap Fox and you put like a Flowmaster catback on it, where it has tailpipes, it doesn't really sound like a S550.
Really? So
No,
it changes the tone.
Yeah, it changes it. It doesn't sound like an S550 anymore. You can tell it's a Coyote, but it's not. It gives it more of the classic 4-valve sound.
Okay.
It's not quite there, but it's there. You know.
So what mods are you going to do to your Mach 1? I know you're going to drive it. You're going to enjoy it. Are you going to drop like a 410 gear in it just to wake it up a little bit? Or
it's got a 373 in it now.
Oh, good enough. Okay.
So I'm probably just going to leave it alone. Like I said, I've always like tried to do one car like my drag, like all around. I could take it to drag strip and be fast. I could have it on the street, and it's always pulled me because I was always looking for like it's hard to describe, right? So now I've got this like I'm gonna try it. Is I'm gonna have cars for different things.
Yeah.
That way, you know, the black car, because the black car is gonna go down for a bit. because I've got if I build it the way I want to build it, it's going to take a minute. But unless I just stuck a blower on it and then call it a day, built motor and blower and then call it a day. I don't know. I've got a Gen 2 motor sitting in my shop that I can throw in my 11. And I can throw a blower on it, throw that motor, throw a blower on it, throw it in there, put a fuel system in it, build the transmission, put a converter in it, and send it. But I really want
for like max horsepower for drag racing. I'm not a big turbo person, but isn't that the best way to go?
Well, the reason I want to go turbo is because a lot of the events are doing no prep and different stuff. And if I go blower, then I had to change pulleys out. Or if I go turbo, I can bring in the boost, I can ramp it in, I can ramp it up, I can ramp it down, I can change it, I can do all sorts of things. And that's why I want turbo. But there's not really any turbo kit out for the S197 that I really like. So that's where I'm just going to buy the turbos and all the stuff, and we're going to custom fabricate the whole turbo kit for it to my liking.
Yeah.
But that takes time, and, not only my time, but the fabricator that I want to use, he's busy with his own fabrication chassis shop. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I sit back and just look at it, and I'm like, man, just build a motor, put a blower in it, and send it. Put a Whipple on it, send it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just keep thinking of, if you're going for super high horsepower, it's like the supercharger. Once you get to a certain point, it doesn't make sense anymore.
No, but the only thing about the supercharger, like just like GT350R, Rich GT350R, with the turbo, you got you gotta pull into the first staging light. You gotta let it get up on the 2-step, let it build boost, bump it into the second staging light, and then go. A supercharger, you literally just pull up. You can brake, you can leave on the foot brake, and it's still gonna haul out. It's gonna go haul ass out of the hole.
True, but doesn't I know a single turbo takes forever to spool up if you go with one big turbo, but if you have twins, doesn't it still spool up fairly fast?
It does. Twins, and the twins would be the way I would go. But a big single is really good for drag racing, but you have to spool it up.
Yeah.
A twins, like I did a car on the dyno, and it had a big single on it, right? And it, like, when you get on it on the dyno, it's like okay. Oh, there it is, right? Like when my twins, when I put it on the dyno, like the minute I got into it, it was lit and rolling. So
what was this at the bottom? Yeah, I just text him. It's already 12 a.m. with him, so he said to say later, guys. That looks like our host is tapped out.
So, I haven't done I don't know how the live is still up, to be honest with you. Is it still up and rolling, or are we just in here?
No, it's still up and rolling.
The chat's still going too?
Yeah, chat's still going.
Okay. Yeah, 2-step. Yeah. Have I done an auto weld kit? I haven't done one yet, but I know they're really, really nice, but I don't think he has an S197 kit. And the thing about turbo kits, when you buy them, like the S550, I'd go back with Hell Horse. But the S197, there's not really one out that put turbos where I want them, per se.
So you'd have to make it then. You'd have to do a lot of custom fab.
Yeah, I'd have to make it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. I gotta take off. I gotta get up early. I'm sure you're probably gonna do the same.
I do. I'm surprised I'm on here this late. Well, guys, I don't know how the live stream is going to end. I can't. Neither me or you can end it.
I think once we're off it, then there's nothing to watch, and everybody leaves anyway.
Oh, everybody will leave. Yeah, but it'll still go until he ends it.
Probably. Got some
Anyway.
hours, I guess.
Guys, y'all take it easy. Mike, always good talking with you.
Yep, good chatting with you. And like I said earlier, we're all proud of everything that you're doing at your shop.
Well, guys, I do appreciate it. It means a lot. I'll tell you it does. Y'all take it easy and be good. And I'll have you guys a video out pretty soon. I don't know where. I'm going to have to text him, tell him he's about to end his live chat stream.
Yeah. All right, guys. See ya.
All right. Take it easy, guys.